Okay. I generally get a pretty low comment volume because, as you noticed, I have a very small YouTube channel. But I just published part two, but it was a few minutes ago, so it wouldn't have had to there wouldn't be time to put comments on it, even if people did comment. We did get another one from hold on here. From Bylux, that is, if you don't know, you can still buy death people's skills from Shobai if you happen to need one by doing his free time events. And yes, I did know you could do that because I did Shobai's free time events and found out you could. So, as far as like theories and stuff, like what I think is going to happen, I'm pretty stumped. Like, I still have no idea who Sora is. There was at one point I thought, well, maybe Sora's Akane, and the reason why is because the identity of both Sora, Akane, and Yuki, I suppose, were like torn out of the picture that Setsuka happened to find. Which would be the reason why anybody would turn them out was be to hide from Sora for what her identity really was, as well as like hide from Yuki, like that he was in the previous Killing game, and hide from the other characters, you know, that Yuki was the previous Killing game, as well as hide from the other characters that Sora was in the previous Killing game. And then that got reinforced a little bit more when the statue in the Tower of Babel, that was, I would presume, would have been the statue of Akane, has the upper body missing. The problem is that, as you may notice, Sora's personality is nothing like Akane's. And that's a problem. So, her eyes are also a different color, so on. I guess you could probably explain the hair. One thing you could do to explain like a radically different appearance for a current character is because this is a simulation, right? You can skin the characters however way you want to, right? Now, you wouldn't do that for someone who remembers what they looked like when they weren't in the simulation, because, well, they would find something was off and they would realize that they were in a simulation. But because Sora has doesn't remember anything, even though she remembers how to speak and some basic like life skills somehow, she wouldn't be able to remember her appearance outside the simulation, so you could skin her however you wanted to. But you would still think that the personality would match, even if the appearance didn't look anything like the appearance of Akane. Now, it seems pretty clear from what Lineage is communicating to the player that it's actually not Rei who's influencing the game. Because, however, or at least not doing everything that Mikado is attributing to potentially Rei. It seems that the picture that Setsuka got with the class of 79 in it, that was something that Mikado was not expecting to be there and thought that Rei may have influenced the simulation and put that in. Which would be odd, because why would Rei tear out Yuki and Akane from the photo? There might be a reason we can figure out later, but I can't think of one right now. Also, why would Rei put a bunch of Monokuma statues in the Tower of Babel? Put a bunch of statues of people who died in the first Killing game in the Tower of Babel, with Akane's statue damaged, and do something that would convert Monocro back into Monokuma. Why would Rei do that? This doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'm thinking that it's someone else besides Rei who's doing this. We're also going to have to figure out how DK's denial of denying the simulation die in real life is going to affect the trial in Chapter 5, because their perception of reduced consequences of dying. They're probably going to have something happen where someone's going to refute what Nikkei said and re-establish dying in the simulation, dying in real life. Okay, I hope that the audio for the previous part didn't end up all messed up. I haven't actually edited the audio yet, so I don't actually know how salvageable it is. It probably is fine, but if it is a little weird, I wouldn't have realized it. I've realized the possibility of it being weird now, but I haven't actually seen it yet. And I think that's it. I think we can just go. As far as who's gonna die, I presume it would be 2 boys, because it was 3 girls who died in chapter 3, right? It was 2 boys, then 2 girls, now 3 girls, and it has to go back to 2 boys. So, the remaining boys are Yuki, Mikado, Nikkei, Shinji, and Otori, right? So, it's gonna be 2 of those 5 guys, which isn't very much of a narrow down. Shobai seems unlikely to die because, in order for his skill to make sense, he has to continue to be alive. It's possible that the writers could have written it like, once you achieve that skill, it becomes no longer possible, and at some point in the game it becomes no longer possible to actually use the skill, because the character died, but no one of the other skills work like that, like you can still use them after the character is dead. So it makes me suspicious that he's going to survive the game. Given he does have that death flag going for him, that he's the guy who was the most of a power character in the previous chapter's trial. And I'm noticing this pattern, right? Kokoro is the character who, you know, has everything figured out in the first chapter trial. That's the one you do that minigame with, where you like switch between lines of text, right? You try to collect the 3 tooth bullets and select one or whatever, or 4 tooth bullets. You do a minigame with. She dies as a victim in chapter 2. Then in that trial, Kanade is the one who does the work to solve the case. And then she dies as a blackened in chapter 3. In chapter 3, Shobai did the most out of all the characters, the most amount of work put into solving the case. And he's the one who you do that minigame with. So then, following this pattern, he would then die in chapter 4. So he has something going for him surviving, and something going against him surviving. Otori, you would think there would be a time where his free time events would become available again. It'd be odd for his free time events to only be available for only chapter 2. And he isn't really doing much in this chapter. You would usually the people who die in a certain chapter tend to have like a lot of screen time in that chapter. But there isn't any reason why he necessarily has to survive. He just is not really like throwing a lot of death flags, if you know what I mean. Shinji is kind of like nobody, right? Nikkei is the person who this chapter is focused on, which does make him at a higher probability of dying, considering that, you know, the last chapter, the character the chapter was focused on was Setsuka, and she died. Mikado, it always seems like it's not quite Mikado's time, right? That would be chapter 5. But I can also see him dying here, and I could see everybody thinking it was Nikkei, because Nikkei said that he was going to kill him. Although Nikkei probably would rather do that in real life than in the simulation. Doing it in the simulation might be useless to Nikkei. So everybody's going to think Nikkei did it, and it's not going to be Nikkei, and that's a twist. That's something that they could do. Also, if Monokuma's coming back, the need for Mikado as the mastermind may not go away, so that we can safely kill him off. And Yuki, I presume, is the vessel into which we are going to resurrect Utsuru. And so as a result, we need to get to chapter 6 and get to the final conflict before he becomes relevant. But not guaranteed either. Okay. So what were we doing? We were doing, sleep, right? I looked out the window just before I fell asleep. Black smoke arising from the bottom. Come to think of it, I was sleeping on a ship that's been torn to shreds by crashing onto the port. Yet there was no signs of smoke inside, nor was the ship inclined at all. I guess from these signs, the virtual world story might not be far-fetched at all, huh? Even after these proof that the crazy scenery before me could be in a virtual world, the fatigue that I felt undoubtedly really real caused me to still have doubts about that theory. The fatigue that I felt undoubtedly real. Should be the fatigue that I felt was undoubtedly real and caused me to still have doubts about that theory. I don't know, the sentence is off to me. Or the fatigue that I felt undoubtedly, and then you need to make real into an adjective. Like realistically or real. I mean, real is already an adjective, but like in that construct, you can't do it like that. Anyway. As my thoughts were still struggling among these inner conflicts, my drowsy mind slowly drifts away. But alas, that was the last night we slept on the comfy bed of the Mono Cruise. Well, it is a tradition, in Danganranpa 2, they did, move lodgings quite often, right? They did in Chapter 3 and also in Chapter 4. In DRA, in the first game Lineage made, he did that in his Chapter 4. But he's already done that in his, so I don't necessarily expect him to do it again in this Chapter 4. But maybe I'll have another weirdness, another one of those like weird confinement things that's Danganranpa 2-esque. You starve to death and all that stuff. Whoa, what's the time right now? I forgot that there was no morning announcements anymore with Monocro going haywire. Whew, I didn't oversleep. I guess getting up this early somehow became a habit. I should wash myself and head to dinner. Or the diner? I don't know if I read it right or wrong. Could have been a typo, but it could be just me just reading it wrong. I think I have exactly 0 coins right now. Yes, I can't do any drawing. I didn't check for anything off the Easter eggs off the beaten path there. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sora. Did you sleep well? Kinda. How about you? Yeah, so-so. I honestly thought I wouldn't, considering the outside state of the ship. But the insides were perfectly fine, so I kinda doze off peacefully. Only the polygons on the outside model of the Mono Cruise have been damaged. The virtual space inside the ship is a totally different story. I see. It really is the truth, and this is one heck of a VR tech. Yeah, with like polygons that are beneath the resolution of the human eye. Can anyone explain to me what he said, please? Where are the others? Shobai and Teruya aren't usually here anyways. Mikado, I have no idea. And Iroha seems to be in a bad condition again. She said that she'd take the food to her room. Hurry up and eat, Sora. We're going to need all the strength today, after all. You're right. Well then, don't mind if I do. So Monocro will be gathering all of us around lunchtime, right? Him? What for? What do you mean what for? You talked about this yesterday. You need to pick a random book every single day at the Tower of Babel. Oh yeah, since the books may contain info about the reset codes, how about we all take a piece of paper and a pen with us there? The reset codes. I wonder what will happen if we do manage to solve them. What, is there something on my face? Nothing. It's probably useless to even ask. Hey, what's that with that disappointed look? When can you answer? Then can you answer? No, the reset codes and the technical parts were all planned solely by Mikado, so... Hey, I still told you a lot of stuff, remember? I did my best to help you all. Why said you didn't? That's a sentence? Is that a sentence? Why said you didn't? I didn't say you were useless or anything. I just sighed just cuz. What, you feel guilty or something? No, I just don't like the pretty girl not liking me. Are you trying to tease me or something? Now that the morning act from our comedy duo is over, why don't we get moving? Comedy duo, and with him of all people? We should investigate by ourselves in the morning, and assuming the announcement is made around the same time as yesterday, we should gather up and report with our pens and paper then. Well, technically speaking, we'll already all be in the same place anyway, since we're all investigating the tower. After breakfast, we decided to search mainly the tower, just like we've discussed yesterday. Yeah, Sora's like being way more like of a bully since the beginning of the game, but she seems like she's kind of getting more comfortable with it. It's very different from like every other protagonist of every other East Asian based video game I've ever played. Let's see, a pen and paper. I'm not missing anything, right? Alright, let's do our best today. Okay. So I'm actually going to save the game right here, because I'm going to pick Socialize, but it may be that no one that can, there isn't anybody will actually talk to me. Like the people that I haven't done their free time, all of their free time events yet, that are still alive, are Iroha, Nikkei, and Teruya. And last time I checked, Teruya and Iroha would not talk to me. So that leaves just Nikkei, and he may not talk to me either. So I might get bombed out, in which case I want to reload that save, and then pick Investigate. Now, Roha might be in her room. You may not even be able to find her on the map anywhere. Makes me want to check thoroughly, just in case she's absolutely nowhere to be found. Shobai's not here, okay. Imagine there being a character in the bathroom. I don't know if Danganranpa's ever done that. Okay, this entire floor is vacant. Oh, we technically have to pan up, right, to get everything. Okay, there is in fact nobody on the ship. I just had to check. So I'm dealing with a situation where, like, no one would talk. Okay, can she talk? Iroha, want to take a break and chat? Well, I don't really feel good at the moment. Sorry, Sora, maybe next time. Okay, so she is just outside the ship, but still won't talk. I think I check the non-tower places. No, I don't see any characters. So much strange. I wonder if the murder's gonna unexpectedly happen there instead of in the tower. Imagine a murder happening in the mart. They wouldn't write that, would they? That's not interesting enough. Oh, you could do my Mikado's. If you wanted to. Yuki. I already did his, though. Okay, let's see if Nikkei will talk to me. Keep what I told you as secret as possible. Okay, so he will. Well, I'm gonna say no. And then I'm gonna save my game, and then I'm gonna retry again. Okay, so we can do Nikkei. Yes. Thanks. I was worried by the lack of scoops these days. Thanks for your cooperation. Spent some time chatting with Nikkei. Got tips out of Nikkei. Skill face of the 1,000. Wait. What? Skill face of the 1,000. The effect gives you 90 XP. Skill face of the 1,000. The effect. I see that typo every time, right? Yes. Coffee. Non-alcoholic wine. Shaved ice. Chips. Tennis shoes. The key to an ideal life, even among the worst crises. Okay, well, given the description, this should work, right? Gift of giving it to me? Thanks, I wonder if I'll get in trouble for accepting this. Will I become a corrupt reporter? He's okay with it, okay. Sorry, do you have a second? What is it, DK? I'd like to interview you. Interview me? I'm making profiles of all our classmates. As dire as the situation may be, we're still classmates destined to attend Hope's Academy after all. I guess you're right. I'm not quite sure what to say, but I guess that's what any real journalist would do. Of course, now then, prepare to answer my questions. Ready? First question. What is your cup size? I think guts would be better. Like, smack would be, could show, right? And you never, you know what? Like, nuts, it's just, they prefer you do anything else besides the nuts. Excuse me? Hey, I'm just joking, your punch is something else. Wait, isn't that a violation of the rules? It's fine, I was just messing around too. It's not actual violence or anything. Well, I guess I should be thankful you didn't break my right hand then. I can't imagine a journalist without this dominant hand. Okay, let me start for real now. What's your height, chest size, and weight? Well, we know her height, but not her chest size and weight. What's with the last two? Wait a second. Don't hit me again. I'm being serious now. Why are you looking for this information anyways? How can you call someone a student profile, a student profile, if there's no physical information on any of the students? Everyone already has their sizes in the e-handbook. But yours is the only one without them, Sora. Oh, so he noticed too. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, Nikkei, but I don't remember any of my physical information due to my amnesia. Oh, that's right, you've got amnesia. Those things could be measured directly. I think I can. No, wait, I'm just joking. Put your fist down. Amnesia, huh? I guess this interview didn't exactly start off on the right foot. Let's just call it off for today. I'll think of something scoop-worthy for next time. Okay, so I got the gift wrong, but I got the multiple choice right. I'll just accept it. Right? I'm not like super hard over about getting all of the gifts right anymore, like I used to be earlier in this game. Your relationship rank with Nikkei Yomiuri has raised from 0 to 1. Nikkei Yomiuri's information has been recorded in the eHandbook Plus's profile page. You earned 1 skill point. I parted ways with the perverted journalist and returned to my room. Ooh, greetings, comrades. Please go gather in the oracle room of the Tower of Babel immediately. You will be very sorry if you're late. It's that same event as yesterday. Now I'm carrying a pen and paper, I should be ready to go straight to the tower. This reminds me, if Nikkei is telling the truth, then Monocro should be an imaginary being inside this virtual world. Oh, that text was supposed to be blue, okay. Does that mean that the reason for him acting this weird is because of the intervention from outside? Now that's a smart theory, if I do say so myself. I should propose this later to Nikkei. I went to the tower amidst the harsh snowstorm. You're all here. Yeah, everyone's here, except you were the last one. You're late. Why is it so quiet in here? I thought having full party members would have made for a much livelier atmosphere. Why is it, I wonder? Why is everyone keeping their mouths shut? Oh, I wonder why that is. Did something happen to you? Oh, would you shut up, Mikado? Now, why would you suddenly shout at me? We haven't had an event with this many people for a while. Why don't we let loose for once? Well, personally, I hate that this tower is prohibited by use of magic. But experiencing the life of a boring normal human being is a refreshing touch. It also makes you likely to end up a victim of murder, but whatever. Ahem. I see that you are all here. Oh, he finally opened his mouth. Sorry for the late start, then let's get right to it. From now on, you'll need to assemble here every day to pick one of these books. You know, you said that yesterday. When your name is called, just come forward and pick any book inside the book. Inside the book contains helpful info, if you're lucky, that is. Why don't you try out your good fortune, will you? Now with the explanations, we all know by now why you're repeating the same words again. Once you pick a book, you can check it only on the spot. After that, you must return it back to the shelf. If you don't, it will be punishment time. Now let's start with V001. Which is Mikado, right? Come on out and pick your book. He's not even listening to us. Monocro seems to have gone haywire. I see, I guess the wild condition has been stuck in a complete loop. Then of course it's the same routine again, seeing that I'm the first this time as well. Kato went ahead, picked a book, and returned to his position same as yesterday. Well, to be honest, this has no use to me. What do you mean? Now, do I really need to answer that? Well then, I hope best for you. That brat, you'll see. Once we find the clues to escape this place, he'll... Shinji, stop your whining and just get your book already. Okay, sorry. While we look at, while Sora says the line, we're looking at, Shobai Sprite for some reason. Next is K003, forward. Hysteria. This time, because we all knew the drill and we just simply cut straight to the chase to pick our books, it didn't take long for everything to be over. This was our second meeting, and if there was anything notably different this time, was that we all wrote down the letters we saw on the book. And Shobai, who lingered quite a long time on the books, didn't even take a look at his today. So, are we the only ones left? Yeah, double check to see if there was no one at the door. You all wrote down the letters, right? But it looked like it's a different combination than yesterday. I thought for sure I picked the one I picked yesterday. But since all the books have the same cover and look the same, I think I picked a different one. Monocro said that it would help if we were lucky. Perhaps most of it is useless info, and we're supposed to somehow randomly pick the real one among them. Well, these being the reset codes is still just a theory. We'll soon know if it's true or not. Even if it's luck-based, we have 6 codes in our hands. Even if it has no effect on our own handbook, let's take turns and input all of these one by one. Let's all start with the ones we've received. Are we ready? Wait. What? Why? What would actually happen if we do get it right? It's not the first time Mikado did us dirty, and this may be another trap of his. We've been through that already. The reward we might get from this outweighs the risk of this being a trap. If something happens, then we'll find a way to deal with it. Right now, we are in critical need of info. If Iroha's ready, then it is alright to start? Yeah, let's input them. The usual reset code screen popped up. Let's see, now let's input the letters that I wrote down. That wasn't enough button pushes, but whatever. The reset code is incorrect. Incorrect. It seems like it wasn't the right one. Same here. Did everyone fail? Well, I didn't expect us to get it first try. I thought we swapped codes then. Like Shinji said, we each inputted the 6 codes one by one into our handbooks. The results were the same. Whoever's code we had entered, the same error message popped up. Nothing happened. It's not working. I'll give up. If you ask me, it would be much more beneficial to search this tower than to bet our luck on something Mikado had prepared. Darn, I hoped something would come out of this. Well, this isn't our only chance. We'll probably be doing this for a while, so let's have another go tomorrow. Sora's right, and besides, this wasn't our original objective, right? Honestly, I don't have a clue what the reset codes are for. Yeah, this was always a side goal. We should return to our original focus and investigate the tower. And let's leave this for now. Be careful not to get spotted by the others in the tower. I'll get some hot chocolate from the store or something. You guys keep on with your investigation. Sora, could I tag along? I need something to warm myself. Wait, what? I'm coming with you. I need, some coffee. Whoa, look who's popular. It's not funny, Nikkei. Alright, so we'll be right back from the convenience store. So, good luck, everyone. Yep, have a safe trip. Unfortunately, we didn't gain any new info about the reset codes. But as Yoruko said, this wasn't our original goal, so no one was really put down that much. The others seemed okay about it, and our atmosphere was still energetic as before. And that was the end of the book meeting for today, and we three had our ways to the store. However, what we did not expect was that we couldn't leave. Something big was already on its course, and it was already too late to stop it. Wait, where's Yuki? They're not as cold as outside. The tower is pretty chilly, don't you think? Well, okay, Sprite's here, just not as chibi. Well, we do have some leftover hot packs, but if we're going to search every little corner, it's going to take a lot of time, so better bring some more. Good call. Right, so what are you doing, Yoruko? Let's leave already. Yoruko? What, what's the matter? Why? Another chapter 4 confinement, I presume? Huh? Is that... Just as we were about to leave for the store, something had stood in the way in front of us. And that something was the tower's door being blocked with chains and locks. A chain and a lock, or multiple chains and multiple locks. You gotta be kidding me. They don't use plurals that often in Korean, so it could mean either, really, if you're translating from Korean. You gotta be kidding me. How are we supposed to leave this place if it's like this? Well, use an angle grinder. Except you don't have that. Step aside for a bit, Yoruko. Dang it, didn't move an inch. It wasn't like this a few moments ago. Who in the world would do something like this? Me. Is it Mikado? Is it Monokuma? Is it just Monocro possessed by Monokuma? Is it Nikkei? Is it Iroha? What the heck? Why would he... That's so backwards. Teruya? Wait, what? You're telling me you're the one who did this? What do you think you're doing? Let us out already. This is why I hate Teruya. He seemed like he learned his lesson towards the beginning of this game. Nope, he's the same old idiot. Teruya? Wait, that's not a gun, is it? Shut up if you want to live. From now on, you will listen to every word I say. If you resist, I will shoot you on the spot. What? Just who do you think you... I said shut up! Eek. Teruya, are you out of your mind? He's never in his mind. You realize that if you kill us, you will have to get through the class trial, remember? Who cares? Why would you not care? Fact is, I can kill you three right here, right now, if I wanted to, trial or not. Don't believe me? Then who wants to volunteer? No one was able to speak up after that. He wasn't the Teruya we used to know. His eyes were telling the truth, that he could seriously kill someone if he wanted to. What do you want from us? Sora? There's no need for us to risk defying him, and knowing him, he wouldn't do this without any reason. Let's first hear what he has to say. Turn your backs and walk toward the stairs. Once you're there, go straight up to the break room at the top. Break room? Well, why would you take us? If you talk back one more goddamn time, I will shoot your brains out on the spot. Don't make this any more difficult, just do as I say. Yes, sir. We had no idea how or when he got a gun in his hands. But as of now, there's no way for us to oppose Teruya in this state. We silently walked towards the break room as told. When we entered the break room as we were told, there was Nikkei and the gang waiting for us. You guys. Sorry, you two? What is going on right now? Shobai's not here. But he's alone, so it's probably safe to just leave him out. From now on, you will have to live your lives here. But what do you mean? You will be stuck here in this very break room under my supervision from now on. But don't worry, I'll provide you with proper 3 meals per day, and you can request anything else through your handbooks. Except for meal times and special requests, you won't be seeing much from me from now on. With minimal contact with you guys, I will try to find ways to contact the outside world. So until then, you will not be allowed to escape this room whatsoever. The sudden, unexpected yet outrageous event that proceeded in front of our eyes. I mean, he was a man with a gun, but even so, what he claimed was crazy even beyond that. So basically, he wanted to... I mean, there's this rule that you can't sleep anywhere but in the mono cruise, right? Like, how is this supposed to... How is this supposed to work? Is it kind of like a starvation? Instead of a starvation, it's a sleep deprivation? Is this the variation? So you're telling me that you are basically imprisoning us in this room indefinitely? Are you kidding me? We are already sick of being stuck on this island because of Mikado, and now you're doing the same thing as him? Oh, I get it. You're a filthy void, aren't you? You're with Mikado. Me, a void? Do you really think you're in a place to spout such crazy ideas? Why, Teruya? Why would you do such a horrible thing? You must realize that everything I'm doing is all for you. This is to keep everyone alive. You see, I've kind of turned into this hybrid between the idiot that is Otori and Kinjo, and they don't really mix with each other well. It makes like a Kinjo that's an idiot. I should know better than anyone out here. In these situations, this is the only surefire way to prevent more casualties. This is what he would have done, I'm sure. Yes, but that doesn't make it the right thing to do. What, how could this be something for... us in any way. Sure, being together 24 hours to prevent any murders from happening, but we won't be able to accomplish anything. It doesn't matter what you do or think. The Foundation always take first priority in saving human lives no matter the cost. I will protect your lives even if that's the last thing you make me do. And this is the best way to accomplish that. And you don't even need to worry about escaping this place. We just have to wait for the Foundation to come and rescue us. Are you still on that? Just keep this one thing in mind. If you try to defy me or try to escape this room, then I will consider that person as a void or someone who poses potential danger to the group, and I will take care of them myself. Take care? You don't mean killing them for real, do you? I mean, a class trial will happen, Teruya, and like, you can't do that. Like, it'll just break up your plan. So, no. It's empty threat. Oh, yes, I will. And for the others for allowing such an act, I will make everyone pay responsibility and kill every last one of you as well. Okay, that's how he's gonna deal with it. That's how far I will go to preserve the order and peace from now on. So please, I'm doing this to keep you safe. So let's keep it that way. Not everyone tried to stand up to him. No one even tried to stand up to him. He was beyond the point of insane. No words were going to make sense of him as of now. A few days ago during the third trial, we had met someone similar, Kanade Otono Koji. No logical words had made sense to her because she was someone who was beyond insane. And talking to Teruya right now was like trying to talk to Kanade back then. Whatever made him think like this right now, no common sense would work against Teruya. Teruya Kinjo hybrid fusion person. It seems like everyone understood. Good, believe me, it pains me to do this, but this is the only way to save everyone. I should have done this earlier. If I had, I would have saved more lives. I understand that it will be painful for you guys, but I beg of you to endure it, just for a few days. I'll provide you with meals and everything you need till then. Oh, and I cannot thank you enough for listening to me. You can trust that I won't let anyone else die anymore. Even after he left the room, the silence among us lingered for quite a while. So, it's Mikado and Shobai that are outside, right? That will kill? Mikado will just kill Shobai and that will break the ice. Just a few moments ago, we had high spirits about investigating this tower. Why did it have to come to this? Darn it, seems like he chained the door and it won't budge at all. Wait, are we seriously trapped in this room for real? It came and went by so suddenly that I just let it happen like that. We need to leave. We have no time to waste right now. Alright, Yuki, step aside. We'll just have to use brute force to... Ahem, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Huh, who? I just like this background music for this. Breaking school property is not welcome in a school environment, or so they say. Don't we have Mikado's underwear in our inventory, and isn't it like black instead of white? Also, why did Teruya leave her mask on? I guess you have to shoot him to get it off, right? A voice that popped up from the corner of the room. A playful, annoying voice that makes you want to punch the person who made that voice as soon as you hear it. That voice belonged to none other than Mikado, who was roped to one of the pillars half naked. Or more than half naked. Eek, pervert. A pervert me? Oh, how your words hurt my heart, Iroha. To be frank, I am the one who bears many fetishes. But exhibition and bondage? That's going a bit too far, even for my tastes. What the hell is wrong with you? And were you here from the start? Wait, why do you have no chest hair? Mikado, you brat. He's probably up to something right now. Now, hold on just a moment, everyone. I'm also a victim this time. Just like you people, I have been punched in the gut by Teruya. Quite literally, I tell you. By Teruya? Explain yourself. So Teruya beat you down, stripped you, and roped you to this pillar? That is correct. Can you see my swollen cheek? He was even holding me at gunpoint while doing that. I guess there's one good thing that came out of all this. How could you, and would you please let me go? Why would we ever do that? Well, this is a fresh change. Why don't you stay like that for the rest of your life? Wait, isn't it a bit odd? If Teruya really did beat Mikado up, isn't that against the rules? Oh, you're right. But why isn't he getting punished? That's because the rules are a bit messed up after what happened to Monocro. What's that supposed to mean? Monocro is supposed to enforce the rules, but he's not doing it, right? So that's how they're going to sleep in here, is because Monocro's not enforcing that rule either. Whoa, guys, check out the rules tab on your handbooks. Okay, so the first one is gone. Blacken wins the class trial. The Blacken completes the school trip and can escape is crossed out. Nighttime is from 10 to 7, including this time the rest is crossed out. But not translated from Korean. The Korean's crossed out. This is crossed out. But we can't be reminded what is crossed out because it's still in Korean. I presume that's like you can only sleep in your rooms. This one's flushed out. Violence is now allowed. Okay, Mikado can't use magic is also crossed out. But he can't use magic in the tower anyway, so it doesn't matter. What? What on earth? Rules tab was glitched out like there were some critical errors with it. What's with the screen? Is the handbook broken? It wasn't like this just a while ago. When did it turn like this? I'm not sure when it happened myself, but something happened because of this damn tower, I tell you. This tower is causing glitches to Monocro, the handbook, and possibly the whole killing school trip. So what I understand, the ones that aren't glitched out work fine, correct? That's how it is for now. I did try to stop Shinji from breaking the door down, remember? That's the rule number 10 on the handbook. And that rule should be still active since the screen is working perfectly fine. What does he mean by that? I didn't quite catch it yet. I see, so the rules with screens glitched out aren't being properly implemented right now. Yeah, so it was possible for something like that to happen? In retrospect, Teruya probably knew about this beforehand. If he is trapping us here, which means that we would have to sleep here, which definitely breaks the rule where we have to sleep in our rooms. And that rule is glitched out, meaning that it wouldn't cause any problems for us to sleep here tonight. Which changes literally nothing in this situation. We're stuck here. We're still stuck here. Honestly, I never expected Teruya to pull such an act. You wouldn't? He's from the Kisaragi Foundation. It's led by Kinjo. You wouldn't expect him to do a Kinjo? You look quite calm despite all this, Mikado. Are you sure your plan will be fine when there's this many discrepancies? Well, I'm sure it'll all work out somehow. Work out anyhow. To think that we're trapped by the likes of this guy makes me feel angry at myself. If you feel mad, just hit the lad. Wait, what? Oh, what's with the meaning of this, Nikkei? Nikkei? Oh, I've been waiting for this moment. I've been saving up a lot, Mikado. You're gonna kill him at this point. Stop it, Nikkei. Haha. Wait, are you sure it's okay to do that? What if Mikado was lying and the rules were actually still active? I guess we're still fine. So the part about the rules being inactive was true. Mikado, he's fainted. Just forget him. Now look at this, the rules relating to the class trials are still there. If Mikado somehow dies from this, then we're gonna have a class trial for him. Sorry, I got too emotional. I just couldn't control myself to seeing Mikado's defenseless body. Yeah, I mean, instead of going for, like, the face where you could actually kill him, go for the nuts, that would hurt a lot, but, like... I mean, if you do it, but it wouldn't necessarily kill him, He's not worth your punches, he's already immobilized anyway. And since his magic doesn't work here, he's no threat to us for now. Putting Mikado aside, we really need to do something about the situation we are in. We still can't break school property, so what we're supposed to do? I don't think there's any secret exits out of this room or whatever. Guys, let's try to think positively for now. Bro. We're going to investigate the tower anyways, remember? Since we're stuck here, let's first investigate this room. Look at the number of books here. It would take days to search everything. Let's try to make best of our situation and search every corner of this room, eh? Investigate this room, but we still can't be stuck here forever. We do need to find a way to escape eventually. Let's try to persuade Teruya. He said that he'll take care of our meals, so he will return to this room to bring them to us. That'll be our chance. We should calmly try to talk our way out. He didn't seem like someone who we could talk to just now. Are we sure it's safe to even try that? Teruya is a man of many secrets. Like Nikkei said, we shouldn't just naively trust him. But I don't think he's the type of guy to do this without any reason. I agree, if he was actually someone this crazy, he should have shown during the times we spent together. If you guys think so, then let's do it. Besides, I don't think we have any other options. If he only didn't carry a gun. Then it's settled. Teruya is probably going to be here by supper time, so until then, let's try to investigate this room. And could someone provide Mikado with some first aid? What? Why would we ever? Is what I wanted to say, but you're right, I don't want to do another class trial because of that. Keeping him alive is probably for the best for my life's sake. I'll try to heal him up somehow. Talking about doing the opposite of what you want, huh? Alright, then let's get a move on. Are we the type to be down because of this? I don't think so. Yuki, yes, I am the type. Despite the outrageous events, we had given up. Rather, it seemed like the chaos somehow fueled us even more to stay together as a team. A few seemed like they were a bit anxious, but that wasn't enough for us to stop from investigating. This place from top to bottom. Starting from Mikado's butthole. Okay. We all started investigating the room we were currently trapped in. We're already technically living a communal life on this island, but I think that our communal space would get shrunken again to a single room. I don't think if this was the intent Teruya had, but ironically, getting to be with the one another all day long somehow strengthened our bonds, and made us very stinky. It seems like some are investigating while others are resting. I should get moving as well. During lockdown, is that it's not what we're calling this? You can spend time by either resting on the chair to your left, or investigating with a friend. If you investigate, you will gain experience points, and your intimacy with said friend will increase. So I can interact with Mikado, okay. Where's Nikkei? Oh, he's up there, okay. Well, hey, there's a groove in the shape of a gun. Did Teruya get his pistol from here? Should I investigate with Iroha? No, I should save my game. Yes. Investigate together? Yeah, sure. There's nothing else to do trapped here anyway. Investigate the room with Iroha. I get 3,000 experience. Any progress, everyone? I mean, did anyone really think we'd find clues that easily? Well, let's not be too hasty. There's still a ton of books we haven't searched even among the ones that are still within reach. Every one of them were an incomprehensible mess. Would it really be worth it to investigate all of them? Let's try to stay motivated. We did need to investigate this place sooner or later, after all. But I'm so hungry that I can't move another inch. Let's see, what time is it now? Unless that big clock there isn't broken, it should be around 7. Just about supper time, huh? About Teruya bringing us meals. He was telling the truth, right? It should be any moment, right? If he doesn't, we'll starve to death trapped in this room. Iroha, would you stop whining? Instead of wasting time waiting for him, we should at least try to find some more clues. Agreed, we've confirmed that we each didn't have much results, so let's work to change that. Huh? What is it? Can't you all smell that tasty aroma? What do you mean? What smell? Yes, food. I brought you food. Looks like you're all okay, huh? Here, I hope he's gonna be something more than just food from the convenience store. I mean, I had no other option. Mikado was the only capable cook we had, and he clearly cannot cook in the state he's in right now. Whoa, what? Diddly darn. Why is he, like that? He just fainted, it's fine. Nikkei beat the hell out of him, that's all. I see, well, it's technically not against the current rules, so I guess I'll be fine. Ahem. Whoa, it's piping hot. Did you warm it up for us? And what are these hot packs? I thought food tasted better while warm, and without these, you'll die trying to sleep out here. They are the least I could do for you after I put you through all this. If there's anything else you need, tell me anytime. Why are you suddenly acting like you're the good guy here? You're the one who threatened us with a gun and trapped us here. I told you I didn't do this because it was personal or anything. I'm just trying to keep the casualties to a minimum. It's because we're going this far that I'm going to my best to keep you all comfortable. Oh, I guess it would have been stressful if we had to consider the coal on top of everything. Oh, I call dibs on the tonkatsu rice bowl. Don't mind me if I help myself. Teruya, how's the situation outside? Not much to report, honestly. It's just me and Shobai outside, and he's the same as ever. Then I can't even locate where he is half the time. With Mikado, I think we're fine by constricting him like that, but we might get in trouble if we aggro Shobai, so we should probably leave him be. I agree. He wouldn't be able to do anything crazy when he's out alone anyways. Isn't aggro like millennial slang? Not Gen Z or Gen Alpha, it's back to millennial slang. I'm so aggro right now. Well then, I'll be leaving for now. Hope you have a good meal and I'll see you all next morning. Wait. What's wrong with you people? Having super nonchalantly while exchanging pep talks? Supper nonchalantly. Is that why we're waiting for this guy? We're supposed to persuade him, remember? Oh right, sorry. This felt like the natural thing to do for some reason. Teruya's telling you stop this. Just let us out of here. Again with this, pretty sure last time you asked, I told you no with the gun pointed to your head, eh? No time to waste. This is supposed to be an important chance for us. Important chance? No time to waste? Got some explaining to do about that. What, did you find some clues about the voids or something? Well that's... If that's not the case, then this is our best option. Come on, think about it. The more you search for clues without any direction, the higher the chance you might get killed. If we all gather around and watch each other's back like this, then no murder would occur forever. Leave the escape plans to the grown-up, okay? Even if I was assigned by Mikado, I am technically still your guidance teacher. He was assigned. We grown-ups should be responsible for your safety. So keep calm and shut up! It's what's good for you. Like that, Yuki wasn't able to answer back. He had no choice. If he admitted that we gained new info, then he would be betraying Nikkei. Worst case scenario, Teruya might shoot Nikkei on the spot if his identity was revealed. We never discussed the possibility of this topic coming up, and he wasn't the one to decide whether to reveal the truth or not. By beating Mikado up, I'm sure you'll all already noticed it by now, but some rules are okay to be broken right now, so it's perfectly safe for you to sleep here. No more objections? Alright, I'm out. Yuki, how about we talk about this over supper? Shut up! How are you able to eat in a situation like this? You know what? You can keep all the food to yourself. Yeah, but I was trying to help. Yuki, I told you to not be hasty. He's got a gun for crying out loud. As long as he has that, we can't throw out much resistance. I know, but... Well, I should thank you, I guess. If you had blown my cover there, things would have been really bad. You know, about Teruya, I definitely thought he had gone completely insane earlier in the day. But he didn't seem quite normal. Didn't he seem... I can't talk. But didn't he seem quite normal just now? What do you mean, Shinji? Oh, it's just that I was prepared to say something to Teruya once he entered. But he was acting far more considerate than I thought. It made me think that maybe he isn't doing this because of some crazy reason. Yep, and he warmed up all this food, and he brought these hot packs, and that kinda completely caught me off guard. So what? You still trapped us here, so are you going to live the rest of your life here, bro? That wasn't what I was suggesting. Now, stop fighting and get to eating. I mean, you're not thinking by protesting by fasting, are you, Yuki? I mean, he kinda is, actually. Yeah, we're gonna need all the strength we can get. Whether if it's to escape or investigate this place. In the end, we spent the rest of the day trapped in the break room. I wasn't able to pick a side in the end. Well, I do understand Yuki wanting to escape this place as soon as possible, and those who want to wait and see what was going to happen. But I was also starting to understand where Teruya was coming from. Maybe he was right. Nikkei told us a lot of stuff, but results-wise, we still had no clues. Though we were motivated to investigate a lot of stuff, the possibility of another murder happening before we find something was definitely still there. In that sense, Teruya's method, while stupid and crazy, was definitely the safest option out there. After we had our supper, I searched the room some more, but nothing came out of it. Then, as nighttime came, someone using Google Translate problem, someone suggested we should get some sleep. Now, without some of the rules in Monochrome, there was no obligation for us to sleep during nighttime. But since everyone was so tired, we all agreed and got ready for bed. By doing what? Well then, it was definitely a bit early than usual, but I should get some sleep as well. I guess I'm supposed to select that bench. But what if I select other things instead? Okay. Alright, boys, if you try to come over, you're all dead to me. Oh, now that violence is allowed. Why don't I perform my secret 108 hit combo if they try to come over? Don't worry, I won't come a millimeter closer. Sleep well. That wasn't a small room. We couldn't let girls sleep with boys together, so we decided to sleep in separate groups. And us girls decided to use the long chairs while the boys sleep on the tables. And so ends our first night on the tower, as well as the first night we slept somewhere else other than the monocruise. Good night, Sora. You won't believe how tired I am right now. There was so much going on today that... And she's already asleep. I can't say that this is the best bed I've ever slept on. I mean, I kind of lie down on it, but it's hard and rough. How about we use some of these books as pillows and blankets? Why are you laughing? Well, we always slept alone because of the rules, right? Sleeping together like this feels like a pajama party, or an actual school trip. And Rohov fell asleep first. Rookie mistake. You know what happens when you fall asleep first, right? You get your face transplanted. Not that I have a memory of experiencing one for real. Too bad it's a killing school trip. So what do you think, Yuruko? You might think that I'm being insensitive considering we're being trapped here? The boys are trying to sleep while you're having this conversation. You're being inconsiderate. But would you care for a little nighttime chat? What, oh, I'm not saying that I don't like it, but I don't have anything to say, but... Yuruko, come closer. I can't hear you well. Sora! Eek! Ow, why'd you hit me? Why are you here? Didn't I tell you that we'll end you if you come over here? So, you have chosen death. Wait, hold on, I was trying to get back to the note I left on this chair during an investigation. That's not an excuse, you're gonna die tonight. Would you all just shut up? I am Yuki. You're thinking that we're on a picnic now? We're trapped in here, we're crying out loud. Would it kill you to act like a bit less insensitive? Sorry. Am I the only one serious right now? Is this all a joke to you? What the hell are you doing, bro? Shouldn't you be the one to knock some sense into these people? Yuki, stop raging and go to sleep. You need to calm down. Nothing you can achieve by being mad at everyone. Trying to stay positive like Sora is a much better alternative. I can guarantee you that. Oh, I see. Well, I'm sorry for being a total jerk. I'm sorry for ruining your precious moments. No, we were a bit too excited for no reason. Sorry, everyone. Good night. What a good team we are. You're the reason this all happened. How long are you gonna just stand there, scram? Stop hitting me. Just because the rolls are gone doesn't mean you have to load everything you've got on me. Iruko and Nikkei, could you please get some sleep? And Nikkei, do you really want to sleep with us that badly? Who, me? Never. Did something happen? Sorry, Roha, did we wake you up? Just go back to sleep. There. Good girl, good girl. Good. Doesn't this make you feel like we're a married couple? Boy, am I tired. Good night, Sora. This was our first day trapped in the tower by Teruya. So far, everyone seemed to want a bit of space. Some people even seem to agree with that, with what Teruya did. We were all tired of the killing game, after all. But we didn't realize how painful it would be to stay in the tower. Up. Sora, wake up. Sora, wake up! Oh. Sora, are you alright? For a moment, I didn't realize where I was and what I was doing. The first thing that came over me when I woke up was pain. The pain from the freezing cold. I felt numb all over my body and my eyes felt frozen shut. Iruko, some hot packs. Thanks, Sora. Warm your body with these. Ugh. Do you feel better? Iruko, what's going on? How did it suddenly get this cold? I don't know, we only realized it after each of us woke up. It's gonna get very Remember 11-esque. Great, so this is the pressure. Cold, not starvation, not sleep deprivation, but cold. But it seems like the temperature dropped by a large margin compared to yesterday. To think that it would be this cold even inside the tower. If Teruya didn't bring us hot packs yesterday, we would have been done for. If Teruya had trapped you in here, you wouldn't be done before, but whatever. I warmed my body up with the hot pack Hiruko gave me. Then I looked around and found that everyone else had been doing the same. Sure, the tower wasn't that warm to begin with, and we had no heaters or radiators around. But it wasn't this cold yesterday. Even considering we had just woken up, this was too cold to be normal. It was like someone deliberately messed with the settings and dropped the temperature. This is seriously a big problem. It was fine yesterday, but if this cold is going to continue, we won't be able to survive much longer. We should tell Teruya to bring all the remaining hot packs next time he visits us. I already contacted him through the handbook that he is going to bring us breakfast. If he's going to bring us breakfast, he should also bring a bunch of hot packs. We've got a much more serious problem at hand. More serious than this? Bro, I can't take it anymore. Just hold it in. We can't just relieve here in front of everyone. I'll ask once Teruya arrives, so just keep it in for a few more minutes. Okay, so we need, like, coffee cans. What's wrong with him? I guess we didn't even think about this since we were so startled yesterday. But there's no toilet to speak of here. What? I mean, I guess that was already an obvious fact, but I never thought about it in relation to the fact we're trapped here. I have a habit of relieving myself first thing in the morning. I'm doing my best to hold it in right now, and I can't say I'm doing a good job of it. And now you see what's up with Yuki. Good morning, DK. Oh, good morning. Though I wouldn't call this morning a good one by any means. We're all loosened up yesterday, thinking that it would be possible to live a life like this. Never realized that we did things like, I don't know, pee. I also didn't want to die anymore, and actually thought it would be okay for us to live. That includes Mikado, who would have to pee here in peace, but to be honest, I thought that thought came across to me as well. But now that it's come to this, we're starting to see the problems. We might freeze to death. We can't wash ourselves or go to the toilet for that matter. It should be breakfast time soon, so Teruya should be here any minute. We should cut straight to the chase, explain the situation, ask him to let us out of here. Speak of the devil, and he shows up with a bunch of, like bags. Gosh diddly darn, ain't it cold in here? Did everyone get a good night's sleep? Are you joking? How are we supposed to sleep under this weather? Seriously, what's with this cold? I'm not sure what's up with the weather. It wasn't like this yesterday. Outside's getting abnormally cold as well. Yuruko, these are the hot packs you asked for. I brought as many as I could carry. How about we eat first? A full stomach will help us beat the cold, they used to say. It doesn't. It makes it so all the blood has to go to your to your torso, and your extremities get even more cold. I had enough. I don't want food or hot packs. I want out. There's no toilet in here. We should have decency at least to let us relieve ourselves. You know, like a normal human beings. Oh, toilets. I completely forgot about that. Why don't we just first eat breakfast? I'll try to find a big pot or something like that. A pot? One for number 1 and one for number 2 should be fine, right? 7 people will be using it, so I'll have to find an extra big one. You realize how stinky that is, don't you, Teruya? Whoa, 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 stop right there, Teruya. Don't you think this is a bit on the nose? I kind of feel violated right now. Just let us leave. It's fine if we only for bathroom breaks. Why? What are you going to do once you're out? Suspect one another? Only for a murder to eventually happen? In the class trial? I can already see it. Do you really want to repeat the same story again? You think I can be persuaded by words just because I'm a little bit nice to you? Well, too bad. No one's getting out of this room. Rather die than get treated horribly like this. Let me go. Rather die? You're serious? I mean, much obliged. What? Yuki! Sora? Are you alright, Yuki? No, I'm just peeing myself. Was it just me, or did Teruya look like he was seriously about to shoot Yuki? There was this feeling of actual murderous intent. Yuki, huh? Something's wet down. Yuki, you didn't... No, this is... I know it's painful, but I told you, this is the only way. I experienced the exact thing you are going through. To be honest, and... Was that good or not, Teruya? To be honest, things were much better back then. Well, I'll try to make everything convenient as possible, so just stay here. Don't make things more complicated than now. Well, Yuki's gonna smell like ammonia. Despite our arguments, Teruya again left us alone in the room. It was too strong to break. If we could brute force our way out, then maybe we could have solved this one way or another. But Teruya had a gun, the literal symbol of violence, in his hands. Oh, okay, I always thought the literal symbol of violence was like a... was a sword still, but whatever. A gun represented power among us, and there was no one who could rebel against it. Sora, Yuki, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, but, Yuki? Sora, I'll take over. Come here, Yuki. Yeah, that's going to be going a bit too far. I'm not sure if I can hold out much longer. I'm getting real close to the danger zone. Teruya said he'll bring a bowl, so just keep it until then. Seriously? Do it here, in front of everyone? What about the sound? And the smell? You think we don't know that? We've got no choice. Sorry for shouting. You also have no toilet paper, so it's going to be all stuck in the, you know... I don't want to use the anatomy words. Sorry for shouting, but as long as Teruya has that gun, we can't do anything. Well, you heard her. He's totally serious right now. We stand up against him, he will kill us, trial or not. What should we do about this situation? We weren't even allowed to struggle when Teruya holds all the power with his gun. When did we go wrong? Should we have discussed the intel with Teruya beforehand? Should we have not entered the tower? Other than Yuki crying, there was silence in the break room. Oh, that brat. We completely forgot about him. We finally woke up. He's trembling like crazy. Well, I'd imagine I'd be too if I was wearing just my underwear under these conditions. Don't just stand there. Give me something to wear. He's asking for help. Shut up. I hope he freezes to death. Nikkei, let's give him some hot packs. What, seriously? To him of all people? If he dies, it'll reek of rotting corpse in here. How could you? Sora's like, oh, that's the problem. And besides, perhaps he knows the reason why it suddenly got colder. Yeah, if you say so. Well, I do agree that it's a waste that we've got to use them on him. Oh, Jesus. Much better. I knew I could count on you. So. Excuse me? What's up with the weird weather? If I knew I wouldn't be shuddering in cold right now. Oh, why you hit me like that? Haven't I been hit enough times already? This thing about you just pisses me off. But what now? Even if we say we take care of our business using the bowl that Teruya will bring. What about washing ourselves? My hair will stink if I didn't wash it every day. Just suck it up, will you? We're all going through the same problem. We have 3 solutions. 1, find a clue within this room to escape this place. 2, Teruya gets in contact with the outside world and we escape together. 3, fight head-on and win against Teruya with the risk of someone getting hurt. It all seems kind of unrealistic to me, but isn't number 1 our best option? But no, that won't work. We can't decide this by ourselves. After Yuki takes care of his business, let's talk about this with everyone. Is Teruya off to make the bowl from the ground up? Why is he taking so long? Puts it in the kiln. I can't hold it much longer. Speak of the devil again. Guys, Teruya should unchain the rooms when he enters, right? Can't we run past him right then and there? If he wants to bet that you get shot before you even take one step out the door, then you should be the one getting shot as karma for deceiving us as a void the whole time. Just be a good little meat shield for us. Are you crazy? Teruya, please, the thing he handed over. Mikado-san OJ. You little dog shit. Oh, that was a critical hit. Why are you hitting me? What'd you do, you little... I didn't do anything. Why are you always blaming me for everything? Don't you lie to me. Who else could have done this? Stop. I haven't got the faintest idea what you're talking about. Oh, I won't stop. Not until you answer me. What? Now, what did you do? Oh, Teruya, what's going on? Run! It's the same as then. I can't let this go on, but what if someone gets killed? What is it, Teruya? Just explain it to us. We're trapped here in this tower. What? The front door won't open. I didn't block it or anything. The locks and chains aren't there, yet it still won't budge. Wait, so even you can't go outside the tower? You're kidding me, right? What about the bull, the hot packs, the bull, the meals, the bull? That's not the focus here. Is everyone trapped here? Ha 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 ha. Sucks to be you, Teruya. No, this is karma, huh? You're kidding me. Well, what you're telling me is the tower locked itself up. If you think I'm lying to you, come out the main hall. I'll let you all see it this time. Well, that's how you got out. Okay, something big had happened. Not a controlled confinement by someone like Teruya, but actual confinement. Were we actually stuck inside this huge tower forever? Teruya, who is that stuck up with not letting us out, let us out to the main hall. No way. Can't you, like, jump out a window? It looked like it had windows from the, like, picture of it from the outside. We followed Teruya out to the break room to the main hall after spending the whole day in there, and the front door was locked just as Teruya explained. And it wasn't the same lock that Teruya had physically put in chains yesterday. It was a weird feeling. Felt like there wasn't actually a door there, but there was a faint drawing of a door there. As hard as we tried to open the door, it felt like we were only pushing the wall. Why? It wasn't like this just yesterday. We're done for. We're trapped forever. Trapped in the break room and now trapped inside the whole tower. Except for Shobai. Well, you can't get murdered if you're the only one. Teruya, when did this actually happen? Surely you would have noticed, considering you went outside multiple times for us. I don't know, just a few minutes ago I went through this very door for your breakfast. But after our conversation at the break room, I tried to leave and the door was just like this. Eek, too cold. Whoa, what's up with this wind and why is it so freaking cold? A wind? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. We're indoors. How could there be wind here? Perhaps there is no way out somewhere in this building? Way out somewhere in this building? Don't think so. I've searched this place from top to bottom ever since we've arrived here. Teruya, I'm sorry, but I think this is the time for us to team up. We need to cooperate and find an exit out of here. What would Kinjo do? WWKJ. WWKD. What would Kinjo do? What would Kinjo do? What would Kinjo do? I think your problem, Teruya, is that what would Kinjo do is not the right question. How about what would Rei do? That would be better, wouldn't it? What would Kirigiri do? Teruya? No, you guys will be under my protection. What? Don't you get the wrong idea. I only let you out just to show you this door since you didn't believe me. Now that that's over, it's back inside the room for you, unless you want to take a bullet or two. To the face. You serious? Do you realize the situation we're in? It's because of this situation that I'm doing this. Facing peril is likely a situation where a murder could happen. Take it from me. We can't even escape the tower for crying out loud. How is there any point of imprisoning us inside the break room? The tower's huge. If I let you loose here, I would never be able to keep an eye out for every one of you. This changes literally nothing. Lock tower or not, you guys need to stay inside the break room. This is exactly how we could stop another murder from happening. To hell with that, let us out. We want freedom. Yeah, this is truly the last straw. There's oppression for the sake of safety. And then there's just being plain crazy. Guess which side you're on. If you really think so, then you leave me with no choice. I'm gonna have to kill you all and myself. What in the world? Well, hold on, you're not serious, are you? Wait, why are you aiming at me? I didn't say anything, Yuriko's the one who said it. Hey, don't push me. Things are escalating into a very explosive situation. The tension between Teruya and us had come to a point where agreement and cooperation was not an option. It's time for Sora herself to tackle Teruya. I mean, he's pretty weak sauce, so you could probably take him out easily. Every one of us in this room felt it. We felt that he was serious. He was seriously about to shoot us. We were all frozen because of the fear of being shot. My comrades, please gather immediately to the Oracle Room for this very instant. That voice, that means the book thingy we did every lunchtime. It's already that time. We'll talk later after Monocro's done with his business. Believe me, I don't want to kill you any more than I have to. Okay, so Iroha hasn't peed herself yet? Monocro's announcement came at the perfect timing. It signaled a truce between us and we were able to avoid the worst outcome. But that doesn't change the fact that we're still trapped inside the tower with no escape plans. Came to mind. Just what was going to happen to us. Just yesterday, we were all gathered up like this, yet it seemed like decades since then. Shobai, whom we had totally forgotten, was there nonchalantly, and so was Mikado, who we freed for this exceptional occasion. So, Shobai, you were in the tower as well. If you were lurking outside, we would have at least tried to ask for help. Not that you're the type of person to help, but... Sora, okay, so he was also in the tower. What are you muttering to yourself? So, Monocro was waiting for Shobai to enter the tower, and then he left the tower, right? It appears. Teruya, well, I'm grateful that you set me free, but I would most appreciate it if you got rid of this collar around my neck as well. Shut up, you brat. You know I had no choice but to bring you. It's a mandatory event. Oh my. So would that mean you did it because you cared about poor little me? As if you little jerk, I just want you to be not dead so you can get punished by the law. So you get punished by the law. After we're done with this, I'm gonna strip you and tie you down again. So don't even think about escaping if you value your life. I can't resist without my magic anyway, so why are you still insisting on stripping me? Then let's get right to it. Because Teruya's into that kind of thing. From now on, you need to assemble here every day to pick one of these books. Okay, hopefully this is the same. It's the same. Same. Exact same lines again. Same. 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 The exact same script for this same event. Our original objective was to discover a reset code to this event. The thought of that never crossed our minds right now. We're already busy thinking about the much bigger problem at hand. So today's book event ended without much significance. Now then, everyone, get back to the break room. Seriously, don't you think that what you're doing is pointless in our current situation? Well, I guess there's no other option. Let's all die together. That's the only way to salvation. Wait, what? How in the world did you come to that conclusion? Teruya, you're not the person to do this. Alright, then shoot me. Yuki? It's already over. Without food or a way to keep ourselves warm, we'll just end up dying anyways. Remember 11 style. I'll die the quick way if I have to starve in the cold otherwise. All I need to do is get possessed by a fetus and whatever. You can't just go and... It's better to die now than to meaninglessly struggle for the little time we're given to live. Yuki, shut up! Seems you're in a bit of a pickle, eh? Right when things are about to seriously go south at that very moment. Someone we never expected joined in our conversation. Shobai? Nah. Say, why don't I give you a helping hand? Shobai? What's the deal with you? If it's food you need, I can take care of that. What do you mean you are? Just don't just go butting into other people's business. I mean, we don't really have any way to cook anybody right now. I guess there aren't really, like, parasites in human muscle, right? You can't eat it raw. I don't know. Do you even know the situation we're in? Of course, because of that rainbow dipshit, I couldn't get out of this tower as well. And from your convo earlier, I can clearly see that an unknown source caused something to lock the whole tower. You knew and you still acted like that? Wait, hold on, you were in the tower this whole time? For us, Teruya had brought us breakfast and everything. How are you able to not starve? Good question, that's where this little toy comes into play. Shobai, with a smug grin on his face, pulled out a small metallic key. What is that? You didn't. Bingo, the key to the storeroom. I thought it might come in handy later down the line. Hand it over now. Oh, settle down there. Teruya, what does he mean by that? The key to what storeroom? Have you seen the room around the middle part of the tower? That's where the storeroom is located. The small exit there where food is constantly replenished. But to access it, you need a key to go across the metal bars. I had found it weird that there was no key to be found anywhere. Oh, it seems like our greedy little Shobai has taken the key for himself. Food? Did you say food? Phew, or at least not doomed to starve to death. That's not the problem here. What good does food do when you can't escape this place, you idiot? Well, it's very simple. He's gonna mess with Teruya with this. Calm down, Yuki. Where there's a will, there's a way. Bro. If we try to struggle against Teruya, it'll probably do more harm than good. The strategy here is to hold it out. If we can take care of food while stuck in here, there's still a chance for us. What you're going to saying now is no different from the child throwing a tantrum. The hell? As if I'm the only one who feels like that. The truth is, guys, hear me out. We're trapped in this tower regardless of what Teruya is up to. It's only been a day, and we're still got ways till we even investigate the rest of the break room. We should take Shobai up on his offer and try our best to stay alive. After all, our only other option is to die together, like Teruya suggested. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be cooperating in hard times. He's got a point. You heard them? I'll take care of everyone. You're not needed here. Just hand over the key to me and leave. Well, don't you get too ahead of yourself. No such thing as a free lunch, you know. Yeah, quite literally in this case. What? 100 coins for a meal for one. Sensible price, I should say, considering the situation we're in. Hey, you're trying to sell us the food? Think of money in a situation like this. Is the food limited or something? I wouldn't say unlimited, but there's enough food to go around for all of us, I'd say. Then you have no reason not to share it with everyone. Just how scummy can you get? Share the food? What good would that bring to me? Girl, you've known me for a month. Isn't it time for you to know what kind of guy I am? Cheapskate, Trashimoto. I have no reason to listen to you any longer. Have you forgotten that I've been holding in my hands this whole time? I don't want to do this, but I'm going to have to take it from you by force. You might not know this yet, but violence is allowed in this current... Violence is not against the rules. Sure, I know. The rules section in our handbooks have gone completely apeshit. That much is obvious. Alright then, shoot me. What? But as long as you're up for it, go straight for the critical hit. Well, don't be a loser and accidentally miss and make me survive the shot. What the hell is wrong with you? I've shot my fair share of bullets. I know how fast the situation could turn into me holding a gun at your huge-ass head just because you were a teeny bit off with your aim. So take the shot. Drive a clean hole through this man's head, eh? You think I won't shoot you if you act like that? Fine, I'll take the shot. No, good answer. As a prize, I'll let you know what this key ain't even the right one. What? You think I'm crazy enough to show the real deal in front of you guys with a fucking gun? Of course the key is hidden somewhere else. So if you kill me here, that will be no to my offer. That means no key, no food, and no means of survival. You're bluffing. You've got to be bluffing. Bluffing or not, the choice is up to you, Rainbow. I'll keep reading it, because this is the character. Rainbow dipshit. So what's it gonna be? Would you pay the price for a sandwich? For a proper meal, or would you just let the gun rip off and kill everyone in this room? Make your decision. I haven't got all day, you know. Just shoot him, Teruya. He must be bluffing. Hey, don't believe me? How about I give you a bonus gift? With that show, I threw the key he was holding to Iroha. Whoa, huh? What? Go to the storage room and see for yourself if that's the real deal or not. That should be enough to figure out if I'm bluffing or not, you stupid bunch. Luckily it was bunch. Bravo, as expected from the super high school level broker. Even I would have taken up on the software with that level of performance. Shut up, Mikado. Alright, I get it. I'll pay for the meals. Really? I've got more important things to worry about than money. I don't want to waste bullets to the likes of this guy. Yeah, wise choice, Your Honor. You're not worth the lead it takes to shoot you. But first, I need to take everyone to the break room. Head over to the storage room after I'm done with that. You wait for me here, me there. And we were imprisoned once more in the break room, under Teruya's guidance. Just moments ago, we were all trying to rebel against Teruya. Now that the food problem was solved, we all suddenly agreed in silence to oblige to Teruya's requests. Were we that desperate to avoid the harsh reality that was put upon us? Or did we just think that this was the most sensible solution to take? I had no right to question the others' choices, as I myself had decided to silently follow Teruya to the break room. Teruya's kinda dead, but okay. It's quite quiet in here, isn't it? What are you doing over there, Yuruko? Trying out the reset codes. We picked up a new book, remember? Gotta at least try it out. Didn't work. Don't worry, we've taken care of our starvation problem. And we still have a lot of hot packs left from when Teruya brought them. What about the bathroom issue? Weren't you the one who was crying on and on about this all morning? Well, now that we're trapped in here, it's not like we have a choice, right? Oh, that reminded me. I still didn't... Oh no, it's coming. Shut the hell up, Iroha. Hope you didn't wait too long. I brought food that I bought from Shobai. Wait, what are these? These are just calorie bars. Shobai said that'll be enough for one meal, so that's all he had since yesterday. But still, isn't this going too far? Well, it's a relief for me. People will go crazy for food, I tell you. All that's left in the bathroom. Now that I'm stuck in this tower as well, I won't be able to bring you guys that pot I promised. I'll try to search for a substitute within the tower. It's fine, Teruya. You just need to take care of the meals. We'll take care of everything else. Okay, well, alright then. As I emphasized yesterday, this is all for you. As long as you didn't give up, there will be hope. Just keep it until then. See you tomorrow morning. After Teruya left, there was heavy silence in the break room. It's like there was not only a lock in the tower that kept us from leaving, but there was now a metal lock between our bonds.
Yes.
Now then, let's get our priorities straight. Nikkei, throw all the books that we've already checked in the fireplace. The Fireplace? Yeah, since the temperature dropped and considering the limited number of hot packs we have, we need an alternative method to keep ourselves warm. Yuki and I are gonna make a bathroom out of these books. Bro, are you serious? So you're just gonna give up and live here for the rest of your life? That's not what I'm trying to do. I told you the best course of action right now is to survive in this place. So you need to make do with what we have. And do it yourself. I'd rather look for more clues and waste my time doing that. Yuki? What's up with him these days? His mood changes on a whim, and he keeps on saying bad words. Shinji, I'll help. Oh, you will? Why, thank you. I'll help too. Can't let Sora take care of everything. That afternoon, Shinji, Yoruko, and I spent time creating a temporary bathroom using books. During that time, Nikkei managed to light a fire on the fireplace using the books. I couldn't call it satisfactory, but we were all at least able to make some quality of life improvements. But no one showed a sign of being relieved or satisfied. We decided to investigate the break room again, though there was a hint of awkwardness among us this time around. Okay, my fatigue is full. I'm about to level up. I don't know how many skill points I have. Maybe it's in my under skills. 66, okay. So how much is this total? So, 2, 4, 6, 16, 26, 30, 36, 38, 46, 66, 86, 92. So I need 92 to equip all of the ones I have. Wow, it takes so many skill points. What's it do? Makes the back of the cards visible during the Hangman's Gambit. That is the most valuable skill. That is necessary. So I would definitely pick this over Shobai's. Like, I would not equip Shobai's. Yeah, in order to equip that. But it's hard to equip, though. I think this one might be one to sacrifice as well, because it does make that like rebuttal showdown thing easier, but like you never was in danger of actually losing it, right? So I might like take the hit there. We'll see when I get to the trial. Let's investigate with someone. Let's do Nikkei. Do you have business with me? Investigate with Nikkei, yes. Investigate together, sure. I investigated the room with Nikkei. 3,000 experience. That makes me level up, which gives me 2 skill points. Unfortunately, I need like 20 more skill points. It was now nighttime. Actually, the only indication that it was nighttime was through the clock on the room, so we weren't honestly that sure. It's like a casino, right? But since everyone was tired, everyone except Yuki had stopped their investigation and was getting ready for bed. I guess I'll call it a day for now. So the only thing I had was a single energy bar, so I should save my energy. What did everybody have to say here? Drool. Good night, Sora. I should have talked to everybody, like, beforehand. Like the previous night. It's amazing that we can sleep in a situation like this. We just have to endure this. One day we will be let out, I just know it. Teruya seems really pissed. When you're all going to untie me, could you please be so kind, Sora? Just die. You can all sleep if you want. I'm going to investigate some more. I won't be loud. I'm just going to be an Aganstovist. So I can investigate this now. It's different. A fireplace is currently burning books that we've already investigated. The temporary toilet made by stacking books. I've tried to prevent the smell as much as possible. I don't really want to do it in there. I should be patient. Okay, none of those give me coins, don't they? Okay. The second night in the tower is now over. Thanks to the hot packs that Teruya brought to the fireplace, the temperature has become somewhat comfortable. So it was only temporary, but less embarrassing than I thought it would be. But I still can't see a way out of the break room. How much longer will it take for us to get out of this tower? As the situation is now, everyone was more hopeless, with everyone speaking less and less. Well, obviously, we lose our motivation since we've been in prison since yesterday. And a lot of things are happening at once. Our group relationship is cracking little by little. Like I need a fatigue back. And it's freezing! Is it morning already? Huh? Though not as cold as yesterday, what greeted me along with the cold air was snowflakes falling from the sky. So are you up? Come here to the fireplace and warm yourself up. The snow just howled. We're inside a building and it's snowing. I know it's virtual reality, but we're just gonna throw out all the laws of nature, huh? Well, this virtual world was constructed to be 100% identical to the real one, except when it does stupid things. Things still should behave logically, even if we're in a virtual reality. How do you explain Mikado's magic? He's an exception. I mean, he's the one who prepared this place, after all. But it seems like even he doesn't know what's going on this time. He might be playing dumb, but pressing him seems pointless at this point. That aside, what are Yuki and Shinji up to? Yuki seems completely unfazed. He's investigating the books with a pretty serious face right now. As for Shinji, he has been silent ever since he woke up. Shinji. You said he had PTSD about snow. He seems fine about the tower up until now. What should we do? Aren't we in a pretty bad situation? Yuki is beyond control, and if Shinji's like that, we should keep investigating. Sora, even if we ponder about this, the best we can do is investigate. That is the only way out of here. Yeah, much better than someone dying. They say that the temperature actually increases a bit when it snows. Crazy, huh? Snow falling from inside the building. Shinji being immobilized, and Yuki being cut off from the rest of the group. Even in these dire situations, the best we can do is investigate. But is it really enough? And like that, meaningless time flew by. Every day was the same. The same event, the same activity. Oh, we're gonna time skip. Okay. No progression on investigation. Endless books of unknown letters. Teruya did let us out once a day for our book meeting, but no string we got was the reset code for any of us. And just like that, 3 days had passed. Sora, what's up? Why do we want to gather Why'd you want to gather everyone? To keep it short, it's almost bedtime. The reason I've gathered you all is because I need to actually break this up somehow. It's because I think we've had enough. Everyone, do you know how many days have passed since we've been stuck here? 4, no, 5. And are y'all just fine with that, being stuck here forever? But it's not like we have other outs, and living like this doesn't actually seem that bad. Well, you have tooth decay issues, you have really stinky issues, you have... That's about it. Sorry, I want to escape this place just as much as you do, but... Then let's do it. Let's escape. Well, we would have, if we had a way to do this. I guess you like the rash you get on your butt issues? I already told you how on the first day. Option 1, investigate this place until we find something that can help us escape. 2, Teruya gets in contact with the outside world and we escape together. 3, fight Teruya with the risk of someone getting injured. I see no hope in pursuing options 1 or 2 anymore. So we must fight Teruya. That's our only option left. What? Sora, wait, I know that it's the only way. I know that, but... He's got a gun. And I accidentally just let my finger sink into the key and skip the rest of her line. Agreed. Staying here doesn't threaten our lives, does it? We should wait it out a bit more. Linear keyboard problems. Everyone recalled Mikado's words a few days ago. Albino girl, say what? Mikado said that we had stopped trying to think. As much as I hate quoting Mikado of all people, but he's got a point. We must take great risks if we want great results. When did we become this afraid of taking risks? Please everyone, lend me your strength, or else we will never be able to escape this place. Finally, someone who's making sense. Yuki? I was the real protagonist, so it was all a hit on the protagonist thing. It's just that I'm just less of a good-looking person, I guess. I'm all for Sora's idea. I was gonna do it alone, since you all seemed hopeless. Seems like the only sane person here is Sora, eh? You think we haven't thought about it? It's just that it's too dangerous. Dangerous how? You're afraid you're gonna die here? Big deal. We're only gonna be dead in the virtual world anyway. I guess dying here might bring some unexpected consequences to our body in the real world. But if I was given the choice to fight to the death or give up thinking and live a meaningless life, I would gladly take a bullet or two. No, Yuki, no one's gonna die. We're gonna escape this place unscathed. That's how we're going to plan things out. Of course that would be the best. I was just supposing the worst outcome. Please everyone, lend me your strength. I'm all on board as well, and while we're on that plan, could you also free me once you escape here? I beg of you. I know I've been a jerk to everyone these last few days. But as Sora said, we need everybody on this. That's how we're gonna get out of here. Stand down, Yuki. Bro? That's not courage, that's recklessness. Even police go through extensive training to handle people with guns. Sure, we will be able to stop Teruya if the 6 of us attack him together. But someone will die. We don't even have first aid kits here to treat someone if they get injured. What's wrong with you, bro? You've been acting weird lately. Why are you just giving up like that? I told you, we have to stay put right now. Until when? It's already been a few days. We've investigated this place thoroughly. What do we get? No evidence, no clues of escape, nothing. Usually the one to rally everyone. You're our leader. You've always... Shut up! What do you know? Do you know how it feels to have someone killed because of your recklessness? Shinji, is it because of the snow? Don't give in to your inner fears, Shinji. We need your strength. If you're going to do it yourselves. I'm sorry, but I'm not in. Bro! Yuki, leave him be. I was naive to think that everyone would just agree to this. This is an extremely risky plan, after all. We best have everyone on this, but I won't force anyone. If anyone wants to not participate, tell me now. This is called pulling a simian, I think. Then I'm out too. Iroha? I don't understand why we have to take that risk. It's not like we're gonna die here. I mean, there are some things that I feel are pretty uncomfortable, like the bathroom issue. But we can adapt and live here peacefully. I don't want pain. I don't want to die. If you let me go, then I will gladly sacrifice myself to be your personal meat shield. Yoruko, Nikkei, how about you? I'm honestly not sure if this is the right choice. Teruya did say that if one of us rebelled, that all the others would also die, as they are partly responsible. Yeah, he did? Then how about we all just pretend like none of this ever happened? No, I'm gonna fight. Yoruko? Because I gotta be protagonist inner circle. Sora's right, we can't do anything without taking risks. If we yearn for hope, we should achieve it with our own hands. Fuck it, I'm in. DK? When you think about it, this is partly my fault. I'm the one who said that we should investigate this place, and that sort of led us to be trapped here. Now that I'm not a void and on your side, I should follow through and fulfill my responsibility. Besides, Mikado wouldn't be able to do anything to me right now. Now, that's nothing to do with Shinji and me. I don't want to die, right, Shinji? Please just leave me alone for a while. Relax, Iroha. Well, I'll be fine. You can stay put if you're scared. We're gonna get everyone out safe and sound. So 4 of us, got any plans? They're gonna make the plan, and before they implement the plan, Teruya's gonna be dead already. No, I was gonna think of one once we agreed to actually do this. Oh, then hear me out on my idea. I've been thinking about it these few days. Huh? Really been thinking about escape non-stop? I was the one who said we should fight Teruya from the start, remember? Although I failed to gather everyone's strength, I was able to group a small team who shared a common goal. Yuki's plan was like this. Since Teruya had to open the door himself and enter the room, we will hide behind the doors and attack together with heavy books once the door opens. Because it was a surprise attack, we might just be able to take hold of Teruya's gun. The main problem is just how strong Teruya will be, but even a grown man wouldn't be able to win against 4 people that easily. He's not strong at all. That's the thing. The operation day was tomorrow morning, and when he brings us the calorie bars, I should sleep early and preserve my strength. Everyone's being stupid, volunteering to take risks. We're okay, together no one will get hurt. The date we expect to execute the operation is tomorrow morning. Everyone get a good night's sleep. Everything will turn out okay. Teruya seems really pissed, but when are you all going to untie me? Could you please be so kind, Sora? Just die. No one knows if we made the right decision, but I, for one, don't regret what I said. If we don't take risks, then there's no way out of this situation. The others must have realized that. Like it or not, time did not wait for us. And the day of the decisive battle was about to dawn. It's kind of convenient that, like, the door's, like, recessed. I guess that's why, like, Teruya chose this room, because it's, like, the doors don't, you can't stand, like, you can't open the door and then be, like, behind that, because the door opens, you know what I mean. Everyone, are you ready? This day was bound to come sooner or later. Let's do this. Someone might get hurt from this. Someone could even die. Perhaps we really did make the wrong choice. Sora? So if anyone's scared, it's still not too late. It's still not too late for you all, you two. Wait, Sora, I think I should be the one to say that. I thought none of you had the will to escape this place. So I was cursing all of you behind your backs. And I should be more than thankful that you even decided to listen to my plan. Hey, don't get too ahead of yourselves, you two. Huh? We've come this far. We've already motivated and ready to go because of you. If things go south, we'll worry about it when it happens. I'm sure it'll all work out somehow. I should be the one apologizing. Turning the void and promising you guys new hope, and yet achieving nothing. What, are we now taking turns about who can apologize the most? It's almost time, so we should focus already. You're right, Yuriko. Thank you, everyone. I wasn't sure if my decision was the right one to make or not, but at least I won't regret it. All that's left is believing in the others and the fight that will ensue. Right, if you make the wrong decision, you die, so you can't regret it. Our opponent is Teruya, equipped with a gun. And if we take this seriously, he will also try to seriously kill us. So no mistakes are allowed. We only get one chance when he first enters the room. And so we hold our breath and await for that fateful moment. Oh no, we're doomed. We're all gonna die. Hurrah, everyone. May we finally get rid of that beast Teruya and set my poor soul free. The other two are silently holding their breaths in the corner of the room. They aren't going to join our fight, but we have to protect their lives as well. I wouldn't have them be in the corner of the room. It would be better if they were, like, right in the middle. Because then, like, Teruya would go there. Our failure resulted in everybody taking responsibility, and that responsibility meant death. As we all acknowledge that fact once more, we silently bid our time. Until you attack the wrong person. Huh? Yeah. What, Yuki? What, just... Yuriko, watch out. Eek, Sora. I was kicked in the gut by Teruya. Excruciating amounts of pain flowed down my body. I had to think of the fact that I ate nothing but calorie bars the last few days. And, in less than a month, you've had a stab wound to your stomach. His power is almost enough to make me faint on the spot. What was it? What just happened? Why did Teruya attack us immediately after entering the room? Did he know we were hiding behind the door? Beside the door? When it comes to ambushing, if you gain knowledge of it beforehand and use it against the attackers, the result is much more devastating than what was intended for the target. Man, the number of times your teachings have saved me, King Joe. How? How, you ask? How did I know about the ambush, and how did I know it was going to happen this very way? Is what you want to ask? Let go of Sora. Oh. Seems like you've underestimated me. And to think I went to such lengths to warn you. Now where do you think the person who imprisoned you? Where do you think I was sleeping this whole time, What do you mean? I specifically recall saying that I will be on watch. Don't tell me you really didn't think that I was wandering around minding my own business. Why, you were stuck here, did you? What? I was always there on the opposite side of the door watching you. The meeting you guys had yesterday, well, no, not just yesterday. I'm watching you the whole time you've been trapped here. There's no way I could have not known. I knew the fact that today was going to be the big day. I knew the two of them didn't approve of the plan. Wait, Teruya, you were watching us the whole time? I thought you said that you would look for ways to contact the outside world. The rescue would come soon. There was no way to contact them. What do you mean? I'd given up on that a long time ago. All that's left for us is to wait for the Foundation itself to come rescue us. And why would you trap us? So that no one would die until the Foundation comes to the rescue. This is literally the only way. King Joe would have done this.
We can't have the same thing that happened to me that time happen to you as well. I can't let anyone sacrifice themselves. Teruya? This is the only way. No one will die. I will protect everyone. This is how it should be, right? Right, Kinjo? Teruya cried out in agony. What made him like this? What drove him to such insanity? All that was clear was that no words would ever convince Teruya right now, and we have lost against him. I told you that to rebel means death. I guess this is what happens if you try to rule with violence. If sacrifice is what you wish to see, that sacrifice is what you'll get. You will all die here. No, I don't want to die. Yuki, in the end, what were you to me, I wonder? Stop, stop! Ah! When Teruya was about to shoot Yuki at that exact moment, Shinji leaped at Teruya with a war cry. Shinji, I thought you said you weren't in on this. I can't let someone precious to me die again. I won't fail to save them this time. Oh, the gun. Nice catch, Yuki. Now hold it tight. Shinji started strangling Teruya with his arms. Oh, wait, Shinji, don't kill him. I know, I'm just putting him out of consciousness. 10 seconds for blood choke. A gun, there's a gun in my hand. Yuki? Now what, I have this. After grabbing the gun that slipped out of Teruya's hands, Yuki muttered something under his breath, and pointed the gun at Teruya. What, Yuki, wait! I can kill him! I can take revenge for what he did to us all this time! Now is finally my chance to kill him! No! Nice one, Sora. I was just barely able to stop Yuki as I snatched the gun from him. At the same time, Teruya let out a cry and lost his consciousness. And the situation was over just like that. Teruya, he's not dead, is he? He's not dead. I went easy on him. He's just unconscious, that's all. Yuki, sorry for hitting you. Are you alright? Yeah, I should be the one apologizing. Just what was I up to? If you're not hurt, then let's just leave it at that. Yeah, we're all safe and sound. It's our victory. I wouldn't say we're completely fine, seeing that some of us are a bit injured, but considering nobody's dead, this is really the best result we could have had. We can all thank Shinji for that. Teruya is seen through our plans. We would have all died if it wasn't for Shinji. Not at all. It wasn't anything of the sort. We were lucky that Teruya had been convinced that I was not going to attack him from the conversation that we had yesterday. And to be honest, I can't move my body that well even now, ever since it was snowing inside. And yet you took action. You saved my life. Yuki, all I ever did was say bad stuff to you, and yet you were always there to help me out. Dude, that doesn't matter. Don't you dare cry, Yuki. What did I tell you about acting like a man? Bro. So we really did win? Yeah, we finally free from this life. We gotta tie him up somehow. We all shouted out in celebration. This was the first victory that we earned in this whole school trip. Although we didn't expect that victory to be against Teruya instead of the Void, but we won nonetheless. To say that we were proud of ourselves was an understatement. So when are you gonna free me? Or not? Some time had passed after that. Teruya was considered a threat, just like Shobai and Mikado, and thus was tied down. But it wasn't like he was going to completely oppose Teruya. We were going to completely oppose Teruya. We decided to have a conversation with everyone, including Teruya, in another room. A self-organized meeting was something we didn't have in a long while, bearing the daily book routine. And so, what are we going to do with this criminal? Heads up, Yuki, no murder allowed. Of course, I was just panicking that time, okay? Let's tie his hands down and wait for now. We can't completely restrict him like Mikado, right? A criminal, huh? Kinjo finds out I'm gonna be so dead. You've been on and on about this Kinjo person. Who exactly is he? He's my friend. A friend and my boss, the head of the Kisaragi Foundation. I think I mentioned him once before. The head? So he's in control of the Foundation? I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, but I really was doing all that to protect you. Seriously, you tried to kill us. That's because you tried to resist me. But look, no one actually died for the past few days, remember? That's a pretty deterministic way of looking at things. I get what you're on to, but your methods were wrong. I know, but this was the only way for me. That's how the Kisaragi Foundation works. And with that, we finally realized the reason behind why Nikkei told us to keep his reveal a secret to Teruya. We have no clue about what kind of place the Foundation actually was. Hey, since you were watching us, you must have heard about me as well, right? So yeah, I'm a Void. I've told these guys the truth and have been working with them ever since, third trial. I'm sorry for not telling you earlier, but it seems like I made the right choice, huh? You must believe in us, Teruya. We won't die even without you. We will all survive and escape this tower and this world. Do as you like. It's not like I have a say in this matter when I'm tied up like this. Teruya dropped his bruised head down. He looked so defeated with a hint of regret. Well, he did go berserk on us, and we almost died because of that. Then we should take turns watching Teruya and Mikado. But what are we going to do from there? What do you mean? Have you forgotten? We might have gotten out of the break room, but we're still trapped inside the tower. You're right, although we can investigate more places, we need to consider meals, bathrooms, places to sleep, among other things. It's probably best if we keep our basic life necessities in the break room. We have the fireplace and the bathroom there as well. Come to think of it, we kind of made it do with books. But how did Teruya and Shobai take care of their business? Oh, in my case, you don't have to answer stuff like that. Naroha, stop bringing up stupid stuff. So, continue our life as before, but expand our investigation. Is that it? That's basically like, the author didn't manage to think of a way to resolve that, so we decided to just change the subject. Everyone, I'd like to bring something up. How about we set Teruya free? What if he tries to do something again? Regarding our meals, we have to buy the calorie bars from Shobai, right? I'd like to suggest that we leave that job to Teruya like before. I'm against it. He's probably going to do something horrible again. I think different. He seems defeated at this point, and he doesn't even have a gun. If he tries to do something funny, we can all gang up on him. And he should know best that all eyes will be on him for quite a while. Well, you're certainly not wrong, but that's not the only problem. Teruya seems to have the most amount of money here. If we try to individually buy the food from Shobai, it'll cost a fortune. Is anyone here rich enough for that? I see, the money problem is something I could definitely get behind. Yeah, I waste all my money buying skills from Shobai. I literally have 0 coins. I guess this was supposed to be like a contingent upon the player having 0 coins when they got here. So is it a deal? You let me free in exchange I bring you food like I used to? Basically, is there a problem with that? Of course not. Alright, I'll bring you the food from Shobai. Now that that's settled, I think it's best that we keep him inside the break room as well. To keep an eye on him, eh? So, now 8 of us, excluding Shobai, will be living in the same place. Not sure if you'll even listen to me at this point, but keep your guards up. You're the most vulnerable when you're at ease. Don't you forget that the threat of the Voids in Mikado still exists. We are very aware of that without your help, thank you. Now that we've decided on the rules, we've got one last thing to settle. As I said that, I put the gun that had been in my pockets on the table. The gun. This gun was single-handedly what made us so weak and useless against Teruya. So conversely, gaining a weapon of this caliber must be a positive addition to our group. Right, as long as someone trustworthy and responsible holds it, it should prove to be useful later on. But where did this exactly come from? Teruya, how did you exactly acquire this? I don't know why, but I found it at the top of the tower inside the break room. It was somehow the one to find it first, and I just happened to use it against you. Well, that isn't the important part. The issue is who should be the one to hold this. I say Yuki's out. He tried to shoot Teruya without hesitation the moment he got his hands on the gun. I told you that was because... I guess that's just an excuse, huh? Fair enough. I agree that it's best I don't receive the gun. I mean, is there any need to continue this debate? I don't think any of us would be worthy except Shinji. Why me? True, the most untrustworthy one here right now is Shinji. The most trustworthy. I agreed, he's the one who saved us earlier, and he's usually the most helpful one when the situation calls for it. This is so embarrassing. If you take the gun, I know there will be nothing to worry about. I knew you were the right one to trust. No, as I told you before, I'm in a very unstable state right now. The cold, dry air and the snow is making my heart I've accidentally skipped a line. And that's all the more reason for you to hold the gun. What? What does this gun represent in this tower? No, this whole Killing Soul trip is power itself. I don't know if I have the right to talk about your past, but perhaps this power is enough for you to recover from your own traumas. Right, you literally jumped in to save our lives. I know I can't be that brave. But, God, how indecisive can you get? Then how about we vote? All in favor of Shinji keeping the gun, raise your hands. Wait, voting? No, you can't just go ahead and decide something of this importance by voting. My, it seems like we're unanimous. I beg of you, Shinji. Alright, as weak as I am, I'll try my best for y'all. You know, you'd be much cooler if you didn't act so embarrassed all the time. So dumb. Sora should have the gun. Unless she gets body swapped with the fetus and then the fetus shoots someone, but I mean... Sora should have the gun. And so our awkward relationship seemed to change for the better. We were able to beat the final boss of this tower, Teruya, and regain order and peace inside the tower. There's no guarantee that we'll be able to escape from this tower, nor have we found any clue of doing so. We have grown since our last trial through many hardships. All that's left is to do our best to find the truth behind this tower, this whole Killing School trip. And with our goals set straight, we were able to take a big step towards that goal. Greetings, comrades. Please gather in the Oracle Room immediately. Usual lunchtime meeting announcement. We gathered shortly in the Oracle Room. We continued our usual routine of picking out the books. As expected, there wasn't much progress gained from today's meeting as well. After that, we each went our ways to freely investigate the rest of the tower. You're finally free from confinement. You can now freely investigate the tower. Everyone else looks to be scattered, so let's look around. Oh, this is like it's not a free time, it's like an investigation, sequence. Okay, like if a new area opened. Doors locked by an unknown force. Shinji, what are you up to? Oh, sorry, I'm just checking the door again. Perhaps it's open again. Or maybe it's just my wishful thinking. Yeah, it's not budging. I think it's like pushing a wall rather than a door. Keep trying for a while. I see. If only I had a Roja skill right now. Already interacted with these. Because that would help me find things I haven't interacted with yet, because if I did get the coins, I would have known I wouldn't have interacted with it. Teruya, don't your hands hurt?
Are you trying to spy on me? Don't worry about it, honestly. I'm useless without that gun. That's not what I was saying. Don't concern yourself with me. Okay, Teruya doesn't interact with these. Monokuma's all around. Okay. Sora, wait. Nikkei? No one's around, right? There's something I need to tell you. What is it? Come inside and I'll tell you. Okay. This is the, it's letter to the meeting room by Nikkei. Yuruko? Yuki, you're here too? Oh, so when Nikkei said there was still one person left, he meant Sora. So I suppose you two got called by Nikkei as well. Yeah, I don't know about the reason, but he said he had something to tell us all. But like, is there really something to talk about? It's not like we have something to worry about. Right now, all we have to do is search for the clues that... True. What's the matter? Is there something else you'd like to bring? No, this should be enough. Well, it's not like there's any other person we can trust. What do you mean? Well, the thing is, when you just picked your books in the Oracle room, what did the books say? What do you mean? It's the same every time. A string of letters that looks like it's some sort of code. Same here, though it unfortunately wasn't the reset code. I see. Nothing different here as well, but why? The thing is, there is something strange written on the book that I chose. Something strange? So it wasn't the reset code? There is a traitor amongst you who is with the Void. Okay, so there's someone who's not the Void, but who is with the Void. Yuki? Like, that could be, I mean, that could be Sora or Yuki, right? Because I ruled them out by saying the person in the Void knows they're a Void. It wasn't somebody, like, forgot they're a Void or something. But the traitor, they could have forgotten they're the traitor. What? The passage that usually contains the code that have been written on it instead. What do you mean, there's a traitor? So you mean there's a rat among us? Yeah, there are 3 Voids alive, Mikado, me, and the one I cannot reveal. So there's a person who's helping the Void among the 6 people excluding those 3. That can't be. It's not me. Wait, is this info incredible to begin with? Don't panic and listen to me. Personally, I think the traitor is none other than Shinji Kasai. And you're wrong. Maybe. What? Shinji is the traitor? What? How could you, Nikkei? You think I'd believe that? There's no way the big bro's the traitor. He literally just saved us. How dare you try to... Wait, calm down. I'm just as confused as you are. Why do you think I'm discussing this with you all? Putting all that aside, there's something I'd like to ask you, Nikkei. It's strange seeing how you're a Void. Wouldn't you already know if Shinji was working? No. It's true that the Void only has 5 members. But that's not all there is to it. Huh? Rumor has it that there is a mysterious collaborator that helped with our plans. Collaborator, you say? Go on. No one other than Mikado knows about this person. I've only heard about their existence, that's all. You're saying that Shinji? Are you kidding me? Of course it's a lie. Why would you ever think he's the traitor in the first place? I know that if it wasn't for him, we would have all been dead this morning. But he had been acting strange all this time, and as a Void, something tells me that something's up with him. Now why do you go and hide such valuable information until just now? You're basically telling us there's a 6th Void. I couldn't confirm the information myself, and I heard that they only helped prepare the plan, that they weren't involved with the execution of it. Besides, I figured it would only add to the confusion if I said that there was another Void out there. Well, that's consistent with them losing their memory, because if they helped prepare it but didn't participate, it's kind of like
they took their memory before it started, so they're not like using themselves to inside, right? They're just being a blank slate inside. Why would such a secret be written on that book? All we ever got up until now was weird codes. Beats me, I told you before, this whole tower is a mysterious place, even for us voids. Yuki, where are you going? To ask Big Bro himself about this, there's no way he's the traitor. Wait, you can't do that. Why? Why can't I? What do you think was the whole point of only gathering you three? What do you think would happen if this gets out to everyone? Yuki, I feel you, I don't want to believe this myself. But as long as there is a possibility of Shinji being the traitor, we should act with caution. Caution, how are we going to achieve that? I'll ask him. If he's truly a void, then he'll react to the word only us voids know. A word that only you know? So it's like some kind of code, is it? You can put it that way. Anyways, you should all try to play dumb for now. Don't tell anyone, alright? Let's call this meeting off for now. When there's 9 people wandering about this place, someone might have already heard us. So it's either Heavenly Fortune, or it's super high school level despair, right? I'm not sold yet. Something about the suddenly finding that kind of info in those books when we've only been getting weird codes is just... But alright, I'll leave it to you for now. Wow, I thought for sure you would lose your temper again. Our little Yuki has grown up. I'm the normal one, okay? You're all ultimates. I left it ultimates this time. That's why you can stay calm even when stuff like this happens. And the reason I was able to grow up was because Bro was there for me. And that's exactly why I don't want to believe this. There's no way that he's the traitor. I'm sure of it. One hardship after another. Just when we thought we were finally free from Teruya's imprisonment, we were told a shocking reveal. From now, we should just leave it to Nikkei and let him talk with Shinji. If Shinji really is the traitor... I just realized that when Nikkei said that he thinks Shinji is the traitor, he just confirmed to them all that he's not the 4th void. Or the 5th void to them. What are we to do? And also, it's likely he's also suggesting that Sora, Yuki, and Yoroko are not the last void. So they basically just narrowed it down for them that it is Iroha, if only they would just think about it a bit. I started investigating after the meeting with Nikkei, but I just can't seem to focus. Ever since I was in that meeting room, all I could think of was about Shinji, and the possibility of him being a traitor. I don't want to believe that, but if it was true... Oh, Sora, there you are. You alone? Yep, what's up? About what Nikkei told us just now, I wanted to ask your opinion on all of it. Well, I was just wondering about that as well. It's honestly bugging me to the point where I can't seem to focus on the investigation at all. Wait, did you look for me just to ask that? Why, is there something wrong with that? Well, Yuki didn't even have to ask, and Nikkei seems to have a strong opinion on this as well. So the only neutral one here is you, Sora. Well, I guess we just have to leave it up to Nikkei for now. It's not like we have better options anyway. Yeah, about that, I've been thinking of something. Nikkei brought us 3 and told us to keep the secret from the others. And Nikkei and Shinji said Shinji might be the traitor, hence outing him as a possible Void member. Of course, if Shinji was a Void member, then Nikkei would have surely known about that. Then, just look at the remaining people. Mikado's a Void, and Teruya's part of the Foundation, so he's probably not a Void. It isn't impossible, but it sure is improbable. So that leaves us with only 2 people. Shobai Hashimoto and Iroha Nijue. Iroha Niju, I get what you're trying to say. You're telling me that one of those 2 is the remaining Void member. Yeah, and as I said before, I really think... Never mind, sorry Sora. I guess this really doesn't help our situation in any way. The focus should be on Shinji, not on who's the last Void. Yeah, and escaping this tower. I forgot that Shobai was also a possibility for them. Alright, I should get back to my investigation. Thanks, Sora. Talking to you always seems to clear my mind. Same here, thank you as well, Yuruko. It's not like I need your thanks right now. I'm probably more thankful than you, Goodbye.
fine specimen of a tsundere. What a girl. But she's right. There's really not much we can do about the other problems. Our first priority should be escaping this tower, and for that, I need to investigate as always. That aside, this tower sure is tall. I didn't notice it when we first entered. But now that I look at it from this angle, the stairs end here. So this should be the highest floor. But we could reach even higher using the ladders. I couldn't even see the ceiling. It really is that high. If I fell from this place, I doubt I'd survive. And just at that very moment, I got knocked out. Wait, she's not wearing shoes? What? I'm pausing the...
Okay, I'm back. Well, I'm going to read this briefly. A body has been discovered. Everyone please gather at the power room in the Tower of Babel. And please, oh, it's gone. Don't crash. Okay, it didn't crash. Okay, okay. So that was like a whole bunch of stuff just kind of running through my head all at once. It may not necessarily be that we just witnessed a protagonist victim, because simply, as the way might be just an RPG Maker thing, but the way the geometry of the tower appeared to me was that the power room actually had a ceiling. And if you were to drop straight down from the top of the tower, you wouldn't ever land in the power. It would be very difficult. I wouldn't say you wouldn't ever. It would be very difficult to land in the power room. You would much more likely just be right in the middle floor of the first floor lobby. I think it's technically possible you could land in the power room if you just happened to fall right into the entrance to that staircase, and then your body would tumble down the stairs. But her body could obviously be dragged down in there. There wasn't really anything, though, in the whole free time event gift stuff that really hinted that this game would ever switch protagonists. There was a hint at the first of Yuki's free time events. Sora says, like, as Yuki may, touch your ahoge or whatever. And Yuki doesn't even respond, and she already touches his ahoge, and she says, oh, yours is harder than mine. Which has an implication that he's, like, more solidly a protagonist than she is. Which can come across as foreshadowing that he will eventually take over for her as the protagonist. And I kind of took it that way at the time. But as the chapters went on past it, I sort of forgot about it. And I was kind of, maybe in the back of my mind, hoping that wouldn't happen, because I actually really like Sora as a protagonist. Sora as a protagonist is basically everything the Danganronpa fans want in the protagonist. They want, like, the strong protagonist, right? And then in Liu's never-ending quest in this game to make the player as mad at him as possible, eventually in Chapter 4 he decides to kill her off, maybe. I recall that some people, when it came to Danganronpa V3, they actually just stopped playing the game after the first case because they were just so disappointed that the protagonist was just going to be this basic, boring, timid boy again for the vast majority of the game. And they were so looking forward to playing as this, woman, this girl or this woman with some sort of interesting personality traits. And it just suddenly, the game just doesn't deliver on that it seemed to advertise due to that first case. Which I know what they were going for there with V3. They're just trying to, like, make fun of their own game, right? The whole game just makes fun of itself, right? They're trying to make fun of how they always have this boring protagonist. They go like, nope, this is Danganronpa. The protagonist is going to be boring. This is Danganronpa. The third chapter is going to be a double murder. This is Danganronpa. The big guy's going to die in chapter 4. This is, you know what I mean?
the tropes cannot be shaken. They will not budge. But I don't know what exactly is happening here. So I'll see what's happening here. This is interesting. Definitely what Liuj wants you to think here is that I just witnessed a protag victim. I don't really want that to be the case, but then Liuj knows that too, and is going to just pound me into the ground. Yesterday my parents abandoned me. Maybe that was today. I'm not honestly sure. Who is this? Akane? Such is the fuzzy memory from my childhood days. The passage of time shattered those precious moments so much that I can't even remember their faces. I once did try to find their traces. That wasn't very like me, huh? Must have been possessed or something. But they were already dead long ago. They continued living like that until they killed themselves like the bastards they were. People don't change. Fate isn't something grand like providence. It just represents the ever-unchanging self. The ones who will make the worst decisions are always decided from the start. If they haven't, then time was simply having mercy on them. Like a salmon returning to its birthplace. Everything is on a destined path. It was built to be that way. That is how I was able to calm myself. The world will keep changing, but people don't. You can't trust people in this damned world. The only thing worthy of trust is what they have. And yourself. Our desires make us human. Our desires make us feel alive. That's what it's telling me. That Shobai story. Can't have a quiet nap in this place. What a turn of events. About damn time someone died. So this is kind of like trying to do like Danganranpa 2, where you play as Komaida. And it's kind of, they have to somehow write that perspective, and it's really weird and hard. They're gonna try to write the perspective of Shobai, and it's like really weird and difficult. Looks like the snow stopped. I had a nasty dream. Maybe it was because of the change in atmosphere. I can't get used to it no matter how hard I try. Funny how it has like a corner of books. Well then. Let's go check who bit the dust this time. First floor power room, eh? I wonder who it could be this time. Yeah, he like stacked books up like this in here. Man, I can't investigate these things as Shobai. He like doesn't have an investigation. Which probably suggests that this is a temporary. Oh, I can investigate this though. Supply room. What does my handbook look like? Shobai Hashimoto. I got. How does he have 999 coins? I guess he can't possibly get any more. It's just maxed out the scale. Well, we paid him some of those. Doesn't have any stats either. But he has trial, like, health bars. Okay, the rules. No skills. Okay, so don't play as him in the trial then, if he doesn't have any skills. Right, he has not inherited, he, like, can't even hold presence, basically. So he's not a protag. He cannot even do free time events, so he's not that. What? Administrator code activation? He's the administrator? What? His handbook's different. Okay, I better remember that. That is weird. That's not the... He has the administrator code, not the, Let's see if I can go up. No, that's the wrong direction. Okay. Not the, reset code. And it looks different, like the text is green and there's no entry box. That might be important. Man, we don't see anybody on the way. It's like, we don't get any, like, that... We don't get that, like, countdown where you, like, the process of elimination as to who died, you know, like that. Well, it lets me go in here, even though this is not the, the power room. Cannot investigate a show by, though, apparently. This suggests... So, one thing we know is that... Shobai didn't do it, right? We can eliminate Shobai as potential suspects for the murder because he just got woken up by the Bottery Discovery announcement. He's like, I wonder who bet the dust this time, right? That means that he didn't do it, right? So, yeah, we can roll him out as a potential suspect. I would have thought it would be a boy, just because of, like, there was 3 girls were killed last time. They can't have, like, 2 girls killed again, right? That would be, like, 3 all-girl murders in a row. So if it's really, Sora who died, then I can't imagine it being a girl who did it. Okay, here we go. As soon as I entered the stairs of the power room, the first thing I felt was hot, scorching air. Though it wasn't intense enough to affect the air near the entrance lobby, the heat definitely felt abnormal to say the least. Frantic voices and faint noises coming from the power room. I know very well that the scene of the dead body awaits me there. Now then, without further ado, let's head down to see who's dead this time. The heat gets stronger and stronger as it envelops me. The noises and voices grow louder every second. At the end of the stairs, inside the spacious power room, there awaited Shinji. So it's a fake out. Sora's not dead. Okay. You had me worried there. Well... And someone took his gun, if they killed him. Amidst a smoky odor, like a barbecue on a grill, lay the body of Shinji Kasai, the super high school level firefighter. It's a lie! Can there be truth in the lies of a liar? The gun. The gun. Where's Sora? What on earth? Judging from the steam in the corpse, he was incinerated to death? Even his face is unrecognizable, but that physique is Shinji Kasai's without a doubt. Shinji Kasai, huh? I guess he did look to be in a dangerous spot. So he was the one to die this time. Hey, Shinji. This is a dream, right? Please, this has to be a dream.
Huh. What? It's okay, we need to figure out how you survived. What happened? What do you mean there was a body found? Oh no. Shinji? Sora? Just where have you been all this time? I've been looking for you. Do you even know how worried I got when I heard the body announcement? Well, you see, it took longer for me to get down here because I took the fast way down. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, Yuruko. It looks like I worried you a lot. Ahem, now that the fire has settled, you know what's coming next, don't you? I've again prepared for you the prestigious monochrome file number 4. I suppose I need not explain this again, Just how trustworthy is this file? And what is that supposed to mean? You said you had no memory from the past few days. How can we trust you for credible info? Do you even know how this case went down? Oh well, worry not, that and this are unrelated. I know exactly what happened in this case, regardless of my memory. I mean, of course I should know, because of... Well then, please do your best on your investigations. I will see you all at the trial grounds in due time. Nikkei, what exactly did you mean by that? Monochrome lost his memory? I guess you weren't around when he said it. Monochrome says he lost his memory ever since we arrived on the 4th island. Memory, I guess he was acting a bit strange lately. Hold on, who was the first to find the corpse? Shobai, when did you arrive and why are you asking that? Shut up and answer me. Me, Iroha, and Nikkei. Why? So the two voids and Yuruko. Monochrome is talking about some fire. So did the fire happen here? Well, to be precise, when Yuruko and I went down to the first floor, we felt something odd near the stairs heading to the power room. We felt some kind of heat radiating from this place, and when we came down, there was a big fire in here. When we were wondering just what to do about the fire, Monochrome suddenly appeared out of nowhere and put out the fire. And after that, we found Shinji. Fire and Monochrome regaining his memories as soon as Shinji died. Shouldn't be a coincidence. Monochrome turning retarded a few days ago, I can see why, but the fire seems to be directly related to this case. Hey, could someone bring Mikado? I don't want to go there myself. Mikado, why? Come to think of it, he's still tied up, right? I mean, it's obvious a murder occurred, and even he needs to at least investigate, right? Don't get me wrong, I would love to forget him and just go on. But even he could prove to be helpful in murder cases. No, I don't think he's ever been helpful to us. Yuki, are you alright? Why? Why did it come to this? How could this? No, please. Big bro, no. Don't you cry on us, Yuki. You're a man, aren't you? We're all trying to keep our calm here, and you're just gonna cry your eyes out like that. Don't you worry, Yuki. Teruya, Shinji's death was not in vain. It shouldn't be. Because this, yes, even this is for the greater good. Now, what the heck does that mean? Teruya, are you hiding something from us? Nope, nothing. A useless piece of trash like me can't do anything. So you should just ignore me and focus on your investigation. Hold on, weren't we... I mean, a murder did occur, but the trial is located inside the monocruise, right? How can we have a trial when we can't even get out of this tower? You can leave now, dumbass. We can? Hold on. How would you know that? Do I need to answer? Don't believe me? Go move your ass and check it yourself. And he's like totally bluffing because like, he didn't check. I said move, there's something I need to check. The investigation starts off just like every other time. Albino girl brought Mikado to the scene, and Teruya left sometime after that. Not that I care much, though. All that matters is the mystery that is this case. A bit annoying, but I should get this over with quickly. There's something I need to check out, but I'm still bound to the rules of this world. Well, for now at least. Now then, the monochrome file. Give me that. And why should I do that? So I can read it, jackass. I'll be over with it sooner than you anyways. I'm already tired of waiting, so be a good bitch and hand me the file. I don't want to. Can't you just investigate the other stuff first? Was it just me, or did this bitch look somewhat You're hiding something from me, aren't you? What, I don't know what you're talking about. That aside, you're investigating quite diligently lately, haven't you? Quite different from your own lazy, incompetent self, hmm? I guess even you get scared when there's so few of us. Whatever, I'm the stupid one for even trying to have a conversation with the likes of you. Here's the file, go do whatever you want with it. She felt somewhat more awkward than usual. Maybe it's just me. Well, what kind of thing will eventually unravel? That kind of thing will eventually unravel during the trial anyways. First things first, the monochrome file. The victim is Shinji Kasai. Time of death unknown. Location of body, power room in the basement of the Tower of Babel. Cause of death unknown. Murder weapon unknown. Every part other than the lower body, which was protected by his fireproof clothing, was burnt to a crisp. Other than that, his neck also had a stab wound, and multiple fractures were all over his body. What the hell is this? Time of death unknown, cause of death unknown, and murder weapon unknown? Useless monochrome is fucking with me, and this isn't legit. This fact itself could be valuable info. Nothing much else to note. As for the autopsy, I should investigate the body myself to get more info out of this. No time to waste. I should investigate for some other clues in this room. I guess we'll start from the top. There are burn marks all over the room. Monochrome was the one who stopped the fire, they said. The fire itself isn't much of a problem. The important part is that the culprit must have used the fire in some way to trick us. So the question is, why did the fire have to happen? Perfect crimes are always the smallest of crimes, obviously. If you increase the scale and make it more complicated, it only draws more eyes. So in that sense, burning someone to death is something unimaginable for any sane person, unless they want to get caught. That's the rules of the outside world. In this place, common sense doesn't work the same. And then there's Kanade Otono Koji. Sometimes stuff doesn't always go by the rulebook. That aside, I should take note of this fire. This wall, something off about this one. Looks like all the other boring walls in this room, but this one alone has no dust on it. Don't tell me. When I touched the suspicious part, the wall moved and a small gap appeared. A secret passage. No, I've been trapped in here for days. How could I have missed this? When I crouched through the small passage, I found a small set of stairs leading to someplace. At the end of those stairs, another door was waiting for me. Rats. When I tried opening the door, I just simply couldn't. It was like it was just a drawing on the wall. Just like the one on the entrance of this tower. Waiting for something to happen here seemed useless. But a hidden staircase and a door that used to lead to someplace? Could it all be a coincidence that this was all hidden inside the crime scene? This could be an important clue. Shinji Kasai's corpse. His upper body was burnt to a crisp and his face was melted down to the point where it's indistinguishable. Let's just get to the point and look at his injuries. The monochrome file said there was a stab wound near his neck. Well, well, well. On his sooty black neck, there was a long stab wound that was about 2 inches deep. Because most of the body had burnt down, there wasn't much blood near it right now, but I imagine there was a lot of blood loss when this was made. The monochrome file didn't detail the cause of death nor the murder weapon. This wound would most likely be the cause of death. No. Upon closer look, I spot something suspicious. In the middle of the wound, the skin looked to be a bit dislocated for some reason. Damn it, it's hard to see anything because it's all burnt. Guess I just have to take a closer look at the risk of damaging the corpse. I opened the wound a bit to inspect the inner parts of the lesion. Even the insides are all burnt, as expected, but I was soon able to find what I was looking for. 2 stab wounds, one on top of the other. At first glance, it looks like someone just stabbed him in the neck with shrapnel. On a closer inspection, there's a much deeper gash underneath the first wound. It's hard to detect that because of the burnt marks. Even I almost missed that. But that wasn't all of it. There are a bunch of scabs of all sizes on his body. The monochrome file did not mention the fractures on his body. I thought it did. The way the skin was scratched by something, these are bruises. The fractures and the marks all point towards him suffering from multiple bruises.
Wait, don't tell me Sora switched bodies. Like she became where Kinji was, and Kinji became where she was. That seems to be all there is to it. The fire made it difficult to perform even the simplest autopsy. But that looks like that's all the important info I can get. Now the question is, which one of these actually caused his death? But all of that will be revealed during the class trial. The machines inside the power room were broken to pieces. There's blood here. There was blood marks on the machines, and judging by the fact that they weren't destroyed by the fire, and that the amount of blood seemed to be significant, it doesn't look like it was sprayed out normally from some wound. This was made from the body having direct contact with the machine. Did they cause a fire to try and erase this? Then the culprit is one hell of a dumbass. Wait, let's think the other way around. Perhaps the machine breaking is what caused the fire. If that's true, that means the blood here is... That doesn't fully explain why they had to go this far and still leave out evidence in the open. I need to listen to the alibis from the others. I should hurry. Okay, look at the file again. Victim is Shinji Kasai, time of death unknown, location of the body, power room in the basement of the Tower of Babel, cause of death unknown, murder weapon unknown, every part of the body, other than the lower body, which was protected by his fireproof clothing, was burnt to a crisp. Other than that, his neck also had a stab wound, and multiple fractures were all over his body. Okay, next row, we have Teruya. Sorry, Shinji, in the end I am nothing. What? Definitely. What's going on? Why is... not dead? Okay. Iroha expected Sora to be dead. You. Eek. Shobai, you're talking about me? Yeah, you explain where and what your group was doing since the book event till the body discovery announcement. Why me? I don't even know every detail, so the others would probably... Shut up and talk about what you know. If I talk, then would you solve the trial for us? I mean, of course you would, right? It's your life on the line as well, after all. Just how many times do I have to ask you to shut up? Just tell me what you know. Well, I was with Yuruko this whole afternoon. Yuruko said that she was looking for Sora, so... Looking for albino girl? Yeah, I didn't know exactly what happened, but Yuruko said that after she talked to Sora for a bit, she just kinda... disappeared. And about the others, I heard that from Mikado that he and Teruya were together all this time. Wasn't Mikado Sanoji tied up in the break room? Yep, Teruya was with him in the break room all this time. Well, it's a long story, but something happened between us and Teruya, and he kind of lost all hope after that. So he was probably just doing nothing while he was in the break room. That's all I know, so please win the trial for us. Wait, hold on, you were muttering to yourself just now, weren't you? Something about someone being alive? What do you mean by that? What? No, I wasn't saying anything. You know, your face tells everything when you lie, don't you? Just talk, what are you hiding from me? You aren't the culprit. I wouldn't hurt to tell. If you weren't the culprit, it wouldn't hurt to tell me. There's something suspicious up. Who knows how it'll help the trial. Well, the thing is, about Yuriko saying that Sora disappeared, I kind of have an idea of what happened. Sora fell from the top floor, I think. Fell? What the hell does that mean? What does she mean by that? It was before I met up with Yuriko. I was on the first floor when I saw something fall from the ceiling. It was too fast to see exactly what it was, but it looked like it was a human. And because I saw a hint of white, it was probably Sora. Even if that is true, how is it that to get girl alive if she fell from the top floor and hit the first floor? That's what I was wondering. I saw her falling with my own eyes, yet... So what happened to her? If she didn't get hurt, I imagine you would walk up to her and ask what happened. Well, the thing is I couldn't, because she kind of just disappeared. What the hell? She just phased through the floor and disappeared below. Oh, the floor wasn't real? I didn't believe it myself when I saw it, and then when I touched the ground after that, it was hard solid. I mean, I knew you were a bubblehead, but really? I'm telling you, that's exactly actually happened. Just tell me the alibis of the others. Is that really all you know? So you don't have any info about the rest? You don't believe me? Got important info from Bubblehead. Seems like she really doesn't know about the others. She's telling the truth, and Yuriko Kabuya was with her the whole time. So asking her would be no different. Mikado-san Oji and Teruya Otori could prove their alibis. If they didn't leave that place, their accounts would probably have little value. Alibis aside, the part about Albino Girl falling was too out of this world to believe. Is what I would have thought normally, but something's bugging me about this one. I should keep this in the back of my mind just in case. I mean, it's a simulation. Next row. That's the Utsuru face. This kid, something is wrong with him. Well, I don't care anyway. Shards of glass look to be from the machine parts in the room or scattered on the floor. A bit too obvious, if you ask me. Stab wound from the monochrome file were probably caused by these little fuckers. And what is this in Korean? Come on, guys. Though I can't seem to find one with blood on them, the shards are pretty badly damaged from the fire. Even so, if the culprit was planning this one out correctly, they should easily taken care of this. So that leaves us with two possibilities. One, they didn't have the time for that, or the culprit was a dumbass who didn't think of it. And the other is, it's just a theory for now. I should just still keep that in mind, though. That it's an accident, of course. Shards of glass. Mikado. Ah, finally, the sweet taste of freedom. It's a pity that our dear Shinji died, but apart from that, I'm feeling amazing. Now I can finally see my dear Shobai. I'm ignoring this prick. There's a stun gun on the ground. It looks like it's been turned to the point where, burned. It can't be used anymore. Just dropping evidence left and right, are we? If this case is culprit, the stupidest head ever. For some reason we're censoring that one. Every incident so far showed that the culprit had no intention of hiding the evidence. If they weren't already stupid enough to forget to do that, that means they either didn't feel the need to, or slipped the evidence on purpose. At any point, the fact that the stun gun's here and it's already burnt means that it was here when the murder occurred. That reveals some quite interesting stuff. The fact there's a stun gun here when we've been trapped in the tower for days means that somebody was carrying this long before we got trapped here. Well, not that I care that much about that. The hostess is talking to Albino. Sorry, what happened? I'm telling you nothing special, really. I'm extremely sorry that it caused you to worry, but, this isn't the problem. That isn't the problem. It was just moments after I talked with you, and you're telling me you just vanished into thin air? Vanished? Maybe it wouldn't hurt to eavesdrop on what they're talking about. We talked for a bit on the top floor after that meeting with Nikkei. I agree that I said some stupid stuff back then, but after that I went down and waited for you so we could investigate together. And I went downstairs as well, perhaps we simply just missed each other. Impossible. It wasn't like a long time had passed after that. And I was waiting just beside the stairs. If you had come down, I wouldn't have missed you. Sorry, is there something that you're hiding from me? No, that what I gained from hiding important information from you. Alright, I won't ask anymore. Maybe we did miss each other by some coincidence. Thanks. As I suspected, albino girl is hiding something about this case. If the hostess is talking the truth, then the two would have definitely met. So the other one is definitely lying. The question is, why is she lying about where she's been? Is it because there's something she doesn't feel comfortable sharing? Or is she the culprit all along? And that's it, I guess. Sora fell from the top floor, I think. She just phased through the floor and disappeared below. I didn't believe it myself when I saw it. When I touched the ground after that, it was hard solid. No, she got pushed off. I guess it wouldn't hurt to try. I pulled out my lighter and threw it down. No, Sora got pushed off. She didn't phase through the floor. She got pushed off. Why the hell did I think that would be able to see it from here? Not here. The lighter disappeared. Even if it was thrown from such a height and thus fell far away, it should have been at least been shattered to pieces, yet no shards could be seen. And someone like me couldn't possibly miss something like a single lighter. Then that means you fall through the floor. Ahem, mic testing, can you hear me as well? Sorry, it feels like I just woke up from a 1,000-year slumber. I imagine that you all finished your investigation, so I'd say it's about time for the class trial. Everyone gather around at the trial entrance on the first floor of the monocruise as usual. I know it should be obvious at this point, but don't be late or miss out on our big event. Then I'll see you all later. I guess that's it then. I would like to investigate more about this weird phenomena. Most importantly, and increasingly, is that Bubblehead wasn't making this story up. Just how will the discovery of this phenomenon affect today's trial, I wonder? I should get moving before it gets too late. Well, that was a short investigation. That was real short. You're here, Shobai.
Hi.
So, is this everyone? Wait, are we sure this is everyone? We're all here. There's 8 of us, including Shobai, who's got the last place this time. 8, that's all we have left? We started out with 16 if we include Teruya, and there's just half of us left. Yes. And one of us will leave this place dead today. Or perhaps every one of us will perish, and this will be our very tomb. Yuki? Yuki, what did you just... What's this? There's something important I feel like I should be remembering right now. He's back! He has come. Everyone's here, eh? It's good that everyone's gotten used to this, so I don't have to wait so long for you all together. Or maybe it's because the number has gotten so low. Which is it, I wonder? Comrades, I will wait for you down below. Now enter the elevator in front of you. Yuki? Nah, Yuki. Yuki, look at me. What? Is it because Shinji died? I know, you knew him better than anyone else in this room. But you mustn't give up. We are still alive. So please don't lose hope just yet. Yeah, we're still alive. As long as we're alive, we can and will do our best to keep it that way. That's the spirit, everyone. As Sora said, we mustn't lose hope. And you should shut the hell up. Are we done now? Is everyone prepared? We shoals go down already. Well, seems like everyone's feeling very complicated after what happened in the tower. This class trial, I don't think we're going to be able to solve it on their... They're going to be able to solve it on their own. At least I ain't sure yet. Perhaps I'll just put a bit of effort this in time. Perhaps I'll put just a bit of effort this in time. The shorter this trial gets, the earlier I'll be able to test out that thing. I was gonna ... us because we're Shobai, right? What is it? Just, what can't I remember? Bro. Yuki. There's still half of us left. Half. Gulp. We don't have Kokoro. And Kanade's gone too. Will we really be okay? Well, you got me. Me Shobai. The time has come. Yes. The elevator that felt cramped once felt so empty now. Was the elevator always the spacious? It almost feels pleasant having more room to work with. On the other hand, the noise the elevator makes feels more noticeable this time around, and I can't help but raise my eyebrows. The others would usually rant on about friendship and teamwork and stuff around this time, but they're keeping their mouths shut. I guess they're at their limits, huh? Now, will the trial be successfully finished in this situation? Well, not that it matters too much for me. So you've arrived, the chosen 8 heroes destined to save this world. I've been waiting, for I, the great devil king Monocro, will... Hey, I doubt you all ignore me like that. You normally don't even move to your seats before I tell you to. As if we have the time to mind our mind to play with your dull tricks. Would you start already? Ah, well then. A bit rude, would you say? I just got my memory back, so I was willing to celebrate this event with you. Not that I care, though, but why did you lose your memories in the first place? You got one thing right. We don't care. Just start the trial already. So one of us here killed Shinji. Shinji Kasai, the brawn of their group. You can't just ignore the difference in physical abilities in these cases. Even if you got some strength, it wouldn't be easy to win against him in a one-on-one fight. And someone killed him, which probably means they didn't use a straightforward method. Well, Sora has a page all to herself. Trial, mystery, tension, whatever. It's not like someone outside of this group is the killer. Hell, even I have some suspects. Now then, how shall we play this game? The start of the trial of death. No deadlies this time, because it's Shobai, and he doesn't do deadlies. Yes. Yeah, overwrite 29. Okay, so can you do skills in this? Yes, you can. But I only have 68 skill points. So... what does this do? The XP gives you skill points, though. So it's like I'm, like, sacrificing my skill points for more skill points. You know what I mean? Okay, that gives me 18. Cause I don't need that one, don't I? I'm gonna actually get rid of that. That may seem weird, but I'm gonna ace this, so I'm not gonna need it. And sorry, I don't think I don't have enough points to equip zero gravity. And then I'll think about this and get back to it. In the next recording, of course. Next part.